found you hiding here in the near clear blue.
He's been cited by Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, Benny Johnson, Timcast, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, and even the United States government.
Hey, the Pro Show is on.
Awesome! Let's turn it on.
Guys? Where'd you go?
Morty, let's check in on Ryan Johnson's new trilogy.
Okay. I bypassed the compressor.
What did you do, Ray?
Son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
Now, he was okay, after 6-7 weeks. Okay? They get over it. Kids are resilient like that.
Yeah. I hate it.
It's the standard, what would George do?
I don't want you here.
So sorry, George. I didn't think it would go like this.
Blimey, you fools.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Weird.
Stay away from liquor, kids.
I have always liked Cowabunga.
Cowabunga!
Now that's more like it, Mr. Wayne.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
The Force will be with you. Always.
That's how winning is done.
I am vengeance. I am the night.
That's what she said.
I am Batman.
If I won tonight, I would come home and we'd celebrate. Well, I'm coming home, we're celebrating. God bless you all.
Watch your habits, for they become your character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. What we think, we become.
It's scooping time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just 2 minutes, the lighting at the Magic Kingdom will dim for the performance of the Pro Show. We hope you enjoy and have a magical, truthful time. For the safety of others, please, no flash photography. And welcome to Provision 3D.
All right, everyone, put on your opera glasses. I'm going. Shut up now. I'm so excited.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
You know that you've been taught the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Yes, Paul.
Autobots, roll out.
I'm bringing the party to you.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money?
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
Chicken jockey.
All right, it's time to go to school, son. Come on, get your hands up, man.
Are you okay?
They'll never take our freedom.
Baby born on the brownstone steps,
Harlem hit him with the right kind of death. No matter in the world where he goes away, can't take the soul out of his way. Jonas is back, had to bring him back, had to bring him back. Back in the groove, Jonas is back, he's back, he's back, he's back. Oh, let him shine. Jonas is back, yeah, yeah, yeah. Had to bring him back. Jonas is back, he's back, he's back, he's back. Oh, let him shine. Pipes made for radio, pro show will do. Breaking down the Hollywoods, break it down anew. Not a single day does our very own forget. Hudson River flow is where his path was set.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
Beat Tuesday, Jonas J. Campbell. Welcome back to the Pro Show, buddy.
Good to be back. Had to bring me back, huh?
Had to bring him back.
Oh, sorry.
Jonas, let's have a talk, you and I.
It's a hot show. Yeah.
Jonas, you know, we're at what, 300-ish watching right now across YouTube and X, and I feel like it's a really private space right now for us to. Is there some way that we can get out of eating haggis on Wednesday night?
Whoa. We? I don't.
I thought that was the agreement. You were going to eat haggis with me.
Where are we sourcing the haggis from here? Because you and I are in separate locations. There are a lot of people that assume that I'm in the same location as you. And
you're across the hall. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah. I mean, I am currently playing pool. The thing
you inhabit Mr. Snerdley's office, right?
That's right. Both me and Bo Snerdley, my brother, Bo Snerdley, we share office space and a complexion. That's right.
Obviously.
Man, the people who are actually Rush Limbaugh fans are chuckling at the odd thing I just said. Or maybe they're not. So what is in haggis again? Remind me.
I really don't want to.
It's intestines, right?
You don't have to talk about it.
It's intestine stuff.
You're going to go there, aren't you?
Intestines of a different animal.
No, I think you're describing a nightmare version of a turducken right now.
Is that not what haggis is? I do believe that is it stuffed in the bladder of a sheep?
I hate you now. Jonas, I've got to eat haggis. They paid money. I thought you were going to join me as a brother in arms, but clearly you're not.
I mean, how much am I getting paid here to eat the haggis?
The joy of being able to tell a story when you're older.
I thought that my contribution would be a Scottish accent.
Your grandkids will hear around the campfires for generations to come of the day that Grandpapa ate the haggis with Pro.
I think they might hear about the. I don't want to overstate this because there are some people, like for instance, you had a guest on the show last night that said haggis is delicious.
Haggis is great. That's what they say. I'm going to find out myself.
It was a person who has Irish roots though, not Scottish, which is it's like Ireland is Scotland's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have some people who might be on the show today that I understand do have an affinity towards Irish food.
I like the Scottish and Irish cuisine because it's so different, right? The Irish basically said, is there a way we could just eat potatoes and nothing but potatoes? And the Scottish said, what if everything we eat started with a dare at one point?
It's most of Scottish cuisine does appear to be based off of a dare. And
so
maybe that's how they kept the invaders out.
Could be.
Until they did.
Yeah, the flatulence is impressive. Folks, join us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to eat the haggis. And not only that, if we get enough super chats for the goal tomorrow night, I will also eat a ghost pepper live, just in case I enjoy the haggis. Packing Protons, boy, buddy, how you have helped us out.
Oh, so I heard that dear little Pro got paid to eat haggis, and now he's all afraid. Stop being such a wee little flower and eat up, you weak stomach lily man.
Mo, do you have any strategies for haggis? Have you had haggis?
Honestly, I haven't. I have had a lot of weird food, as Jonas alluded to earlier. Quote unquote weird food. No, you just pinch your nose and you take a bite. That's
just go for
how
it.
we eat Irish cuisine, and then you become acclimated to it.
All right. Well, Mo, it's good to have you aboard. Mo, what if I told you there's more behind the door, though? Shall we let him in, Mo?
I suppose.
Why not, right?
Let's go see, boys and girls.
All right, we got a full panel today. Look at this. We've got Carol, we've got Culture, we've got Marv. Everybody is joining us today. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Hi.
I would like to point out that with Italian food, you don't have, there's no nose pinching involved. You just
man.
eat it and it's delicious and it's wonderful and universal. You know, some cultures are just better than others.
You'll also notice, Marv, nobody ever sends in $100 or $200 and says, "Pro, I dare you to eat lasagna."
Yeah, I dare.
Nobody ever does this to me.
Please do that. Please send us money to eat lasagna. Please.
This is actually a great strategy. We should pretend that we hate delicious foods.
Yeah.
So that people will then send in.
I hate French food. It is disgusting.
Not chicken parm again. No. What will we do? Culture.
You don't see a lot of Scottish restaurants like dotting the landscape. And there are like multiple chains that are like, we serve you Italian cuisine.
Well, Mexican restaurants everywhere. No Scottish. No Scottish restaurants.
The only Irish restaurants are pubs, which because like that's mostly what they consume is beer.
Well, we're gonna go through this again, are we? Okay.
Here we go again.
When I spent a little time in the UK, and I could understand why they spent most of their time in the pubs.
I did not agree to this savagery against my people.
I'm telling you, it's just vicious today. It's just vicious.
Awful.
Culture Casino, maybe you can fix it for us. Culture, are you considering at any point starting your own Culture Casino cuisine? Because I don't think it's like any other group out there. There's nobody else that has the kind of diet you have, subsisting on purple potatoes every single day.
And if you do, can you call it Culture Cuisino?
Culture Cuisino. That sounds great.
Trademark it now. Trademark it now.
I should.
Cuisino. That's where you get good heated subs, right?
Yeah. No. I mean, I don't like sushi, so don't make me eat sushi. Okay, no sashimi. Just don't make me.
Don't like sushi?
I know one place where
no.
Yeah, you selected the sushi restaurant that you took Marv and Jonas to?
Oh no, that was the cat food restaurant. That was
you don't like sushi, but you picked the restaurant.
That wasn't a cheap meal. I paid for it, and then you complained about it.
And then I paid. No, we all paid for it afterwards. To be fair.
Yeah. This is
all right.
The more that comes out about this meal, the more I'm wondering if I was just set up.
I think you were.
I have since taken both Jonas and Pro to a delightful sushi restaurant,
and boy was it!
It's waiting for you, Culture. Next time you're here,
I'm still talking about that meal. That was a great meal and great conversation.
Carol, are you a sushi person or no?
Yes.
Good. That means you're normal.
Wait.
I thought eat anything.
But I thought the strategy was to get the audience to think we didn't like food, so that they would pay us to eat the food.
Oh, you're right. We hate sushi.
I hate cake. Cake is terrible. Don't make me eat cake. Especially tiramisu. Tiramisu is the worst. Don't pay me to eat this cake.
She hates the cake. Gotta hate that cake.
How did you just say tiramisu? Because people give me a hard time for mispronouncing things. How did you say tiramisu?
You are, of all the people in the world that I thought would call out one of our guests to say, how did you pronounce that again? I never thought in a million years it would be Culture Cuisino, who stops somebody, Mr. Wigglewire, Mr. Haboob, Mr. SpiderMan, called somebody on the panel and said, "Excuse me, I think you messed up the syllable there."
Oh, I probably did, and I don't care.
The emphasis on the wrong syllable.
All right, well, Jonas, the emphasis should be on the superstars. Let's get the super chats up on the screen.
First of all, we got Mark Fields here for $2. Positive vibes to all you wonderful people. Look at that.
Thank you, Mark Fields.
Always good to see you, Mark.
Yep. Juliet for £5. Evening WDW Pro panel and Pro Rights. I'm hearing he might be dropping that WDW off of his name. Even though he's having all these people working on acronyms and everything. I don't know.
Listen, we're about to run the contest. We've got, probably 1,000 suggestions for what WDW should stand for. We're going to take the top, 12, run a little tournament and see what we come up with. And if it's good enough, we keep it. If not, maybe it's just Pro from now on. Maybe the channel changes officially.
Maybe Pro knows.
And the Pro stands for proctologist.
Packing protons for $5. I got Reddit banned for saying the Dems are domestic turbid guys.
Turd, I'm sure. Turd bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's George W. used to call them tersts.
Yeah, but not turd blossoms. That was Dick Cheney.
Mhm.
Blind on a rocket cycle gifted 5 WDW Pro memberships.
Thank you, Flying Blind, for sending us high yet again.
Yeah. This one, Burnouts, for $2. Jonas, did you watch Paw Patrol Dino movie yet? Yes or no? I have not. Was I supposed
Slacker.
to watch that one?
Slacker.
I forget. Was I paid to watch that one? Or did
Maybe.
somebody just say that I needed to watch that one?
You might not even,
saying that I'm going to eat haggis.
What if I pay you in haggis?
I don't think that's how that works.
It's served in a sheep's stomach. How could you not get excited about it?
Lying blind on a rocket cycle for $2. Good day, all. May the tuft be with you. Is that in the haggis as well?
I think if you're eating something out of a stomach to put in your stomach, it's like Inception, but with sheeps. So it's Inception. That's haggis.
I'm not much for inserting anything into a sheep.
Have you ever had tripe?
No, but that was one of my favorite Simpsons jokes ever. You expect us to swallow this tripe? No, children, but we do have a selection of tripe here for you.
Marv, let's not bring up other things they could suggest to us with money. Let's not do that.
What is tripe, by the way?
The interior lining of a cow's stomach.
What are we doing? They're going to pay money for this. Stop it.
My grandfather ordered it. My grandfather ordered it at an Italian restaurant one time, and I tried it, and I impressed the old Italian man at the next table by being willing to try it.
You are what you eat, and Pro is just cuddly. Packing protons for $5. Online Spot, a live-action Beauty and the Beast, is reportedly in development, starring Michael B. Jordan as Beast and Zendaya as Belle. I don't believe this, but that maybe isn't.
They're not going to do
all
it
the way out there.
Beauty and the Beast.
Glenn Powell supposedly is playing Gaston, which
in a movie about Gaston, or
right, and
all along.
They've
Didn't we already have a live action? We don't need another one.
Right. And Emma Watson, bless her heart, that just proved to everyone that even with computer assistance that she didn't quite have the pipes, does she? Laura Momrocks for $2. Momrocks was my favorite Thundercats villain, so I appreciate you joining the chat today.
Pop Rocks and Mom Rocks.
I just died inside a little bit.
Let's see here. Wilton's dad for $2. Haggis is delicious.
Hello, Wilton's dad.
Considering the source, I don't feel better about this.
Yeah, that's a good point. I still haven't figured out who Wilton's dad is, even though I think I've walked past them in Troll and Run several times.
Jonas, let's get 2 more super chats. We'll get the rest on the other side of the breaking news, but we do have breaking news we need to get to because it's happening right now.
Albertus Magnus for $2. Haggis or starvation?
I've never heard anybody, even, of the Scottish variety, say, boy, if I could just eat a stomach right now.
I have heard of starving Scottish people in war times back in like the 1600s eating grass soup, but I don't know if haggis is better.
Cows just call that a rainy day.
There was a potato famine.
That was in Ireland.
Oh,
so, one of my favorite diversity stories at work came from was affected by the potato famine. We'll get to that one day, though. Kaylee for $5. Tacos are hot, but for me, it was Tuesday. Jonas is back. Protons are packing the haggis sheep's stomach stuffed with beef and barley. It will be 8 long.
Oh, you think I'm just going to eat the haggis for 8 seconds? Oh, no. 8 seconds long is what some folks do around here, not I.
This is my carol song. It is 8 seconds long.
Boys and girls, get ready because the Walt Disney Company is diving right back into politics as hard as they possibly can. Josh Tomorrow went on CNBC and he said a lot of things, but one of the most important, well, it's about the stock, admitting it's not where it should be at all. Here's Josh Tomorrow, the CEO. And remember, In the same interview, doubles, triples, quadruples down on jumping right back into the same politics that have destroyed the stock and damaged the shareholders. Here we go.
We'll get more into streaming, but speaking of shareholder returns, the stock is down 11% in the past year, though it is up 4% since you became CEO. It has far underperformed the market. What part of your strategy do you see working, and what do you think it'll take to continue to grow the stock?
Well, first, I'm not happy with where the stock stands right now. Our investors aren't happy with that. But I do believe that we're sitting in a very great space relative to the entertainment industry. As I said a moment ago, if we just continue to execute on what we've committed to, streaming growth, top line and margins, continuing to push the envelope on the experiences business, make the conversion to direct to consumer on ESPN, and just make great films, which make that flywheel spin. If we keep doing that, I think we're going to see the returns come back to us. And just look at the Q3 earnings. We're doing it. It's not just me hoping it's going to happen. We're actually delivering on that.
Pause there. I know the panel's got a lot to say. Before I bring that in, though, let me jump to another quote from him from that same interview. Quote, he says, and again, folks, you can see it here. I'll zoom in so it's ultra clear for everybody. This is out of bleedingfool.com. Same interview, CNBC at D23, same interview. Says, our position on this is clear. We're very principled on this. We're going to stand up for what we believe is journalistic integrity, and we're not going to be told how to run that side of our business. Talking about the FCC doing the broadcast license reviews on their ABC stations. This all comes down to the view. Guys, I don't know how, and we've got lots more to talk about this, but I'm opening up the panel right now. I don't know how he can admit to shareholders, we have a problem. I'm not okay with it. Here's the plan. And at the same time, by the way, we're going to sue the federal government. We're going to fight like mad to protect Sonny Hostin and Joy Behar at the potential loss of billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. If this doesn't go our way, we're going to fight the U.S. government. We're going to wage war with the Trump administration. Marv, you take it first. This is a crazy juxtaposition.
It really is. At least they are acknowledging that the stock is in a bad position. I don't think Bob would have ever acknowledged that. But Josh is saying he's not happy with the stock, but maybe he should think about that before he throws the guy whose fault that is a ticker tape parade with a giant window on Main Street, USA, that being Bob Iger. I think that it is definitely saying something that when it's being pointed out that the View has no journalistic integrity, rather than being like, well, what is this actual constructive criticism? Is this related in any way to our stock being down? The fact that we've leaned so hard into the paint on all of this, just to dig your heels in and say, no, we're not changing anything and we're going to fight to keep things exactly the way they are. I think that's remarkably short-sighted for an executive. I also feel like Josh D'Amaro plays a little game with himself in every interview where he tries to see just how wide he can open his eyes and keep them that way for that amount of time. Like he looks like a surprise cartoon character in every interview that he does. His eyes are always massively opened. And that was my big observation from that clip.
So the Disney stock is down 40% over the last 5 years. If we were to go back to the high, it's down almost 50%. And we can actually see that if we go to the maximum here. The stock is down from its high, which would be about, you got to hit it by the exact pixel, but it was almost $200. It's down at 104.86 right now at the time of recording. And so for them to say that they're going to execute and help shareholders, and then there's this. So he said that at D23 this morning on CNBC, the same CNBC. What does it say? Lillian Rizzo, Disney-owned ABC files First Amendment lawsuit against the FCC. Disney-owned ABC has filed a First Amendment lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after the FCC began an early broadcast license renewal process tied to Disney's DEI practices, which, by the way, thatparkplace.com, Marvin, your article is cited as an authoritative source in there for this. So just to make that clear to everybody, says in the lawsuit, ABC is calling for the FCC to halt its early broadcast renewal proceedings. There's Brendan Carr. This is crazy to me because there's two things that are causing this to happen. The first is that they gave themselves bonuses and pay raises depending on hitting quotas for DEI. That's what's alleged. That's what we've reported. And it seems to be
it was there
irrefutable.
It was there in their official paperwork, like the SEC filing.
And then the second thing that's got them in hot water is they want to call The View. This is so crazy that in a giant company, The View, which has 1/3 the viewership of The Price is Right that it goes up against every day. This is such a teeny tiny inconsequential show. The View wants to be called, and Disney wants to call it, a news program. Because they don't want to have Republicans or conservatives on it. So they want to call it a news program so they can pick exactly who comes on there, and they don't have to abide by the normal rules for equal time given to different political parties. Because of that, The View and this crazy quota system, they are under investigation by the FCC and Disney, rather than saying, hey, we've gotten rid of that. We're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to do quota systems. And we're not going to give ourselves pay raises based on who we hire with quota systems. And hey, you know what? You're right. The View is sort of like an opinion thing. It's okay. It's a daytime talk show. Cool. They won't do those two things, and they're risking the entire Disney stock over this, because if they lose these ABC stations, which are, by the way, the biggest media markets, New York, Los Angeles, etc., this is insane. This is insane. And it points me to the idea that Disney has not changed. That they have not changed whatsoever. They do not. They think that they're ready to wage war again with the Orange Man. They're ready for the midterms and the next 4 years. They don't care about the family content stuff. They don't care about the parks. I mean, enough to keep them alive, but what they really care about is, we got to be political. We got to make a change. We got to get kids to believe what we believe for the next generation. Mo, I think shareholders should be infuriated by this. To hear him, scolded on CNBC and told at D23, your stock has underperformed the market badly. What are you going to do? And him to say these things and then do the opposite thing, which is to wage war with the most important government on the planet. It's just over stupid stuff, Mo.
Yeah, and let's take whatever anybody thinks, like whatever side they're on. They tried this with DeSantis in Florida, and that didn't work out very well for them. So if you're an investor, all you see is, okay, pattern recognition. I'm like, we're starting to release movies that don't work well. We're starting to fight government against rules that we can't possibly win against, and it causes lack of trust in the product, which is why it's went down 40% in the last 5 years, I surmise. But he starts off great by saying, yeah, I don't like where our stock is. We need to make better movies. He does things that you never hear in an earnings call. And I've heard tons of earning calls, not necessarily Disney, but I worked in finance for a long time. And I can tell you, they generally just kind of like try to glaze over everything and make it sound amazing. And the fact that he starts off with like, yeah, it's not where we want it to be. We need to do better. And then he turns heel and says, yeah, we're going to try to fight for this show that is ostensibly garbage and is teetering on the line of being like a something the FCC has rules against, like news distortion. It's just like it boggles the mind that he would take one win and with everything that's working in their favor, it's amazing. They just cannot stop shooting themselves in the foot.
So I need to issue a correction. I got this wrong. The View, their ratings for the last quarter, because this has changed. I hadn't looked at the most recent quarter ratings. The View has 2.6 million viewers on average per day. The Price is Right has 4.4 million viewers. So it's not tripling it. The Price is Right is just doubling it. But let's make sure we risk the entire stock and the shareholders and everything to save something doing half the ratings as the mountain climber in Plinko. Caro, these people, the fact the stock has been here for 5 years, it's been sitting 50% lower for 5 years, and they haven't moved it, I think indicates they don't know what they're doing. I don't think that they, maybe it's awful of me, but I'm not sure that they care so much about getting the stock where it needs to be.
I don't think so either. The part when he was kind of like, yeah, we're doing better than other people in the industry, and I was like, everybody in the industry is doing trash. Right. Like you're comparing yourself to like the lowest bar ever. It's like, yeah, we're doing bad, but not as bad as everyone else. Like if I was somebody else in the industry, I would have been offended by that. So good job. That was very well worded there. I mean, I don't really think Disney's made good financial choices for at least like the last 15 years. And it's just really coming to roost at this point. And the fact that he was like, yeah, we're going to double down on our streaming services. It was like, nobody cared. Like, nobody wants the streaming services. Like, there's actively like calls to boycott it. So like, why are you doubling down on it? I don't understand. But maybe I just don't get it.
Well, after $100 billion, they made a few mil, right? They found some currency in the couch. Jonas, Culture, I'll give you guys this. This is the response from the FCC. We're just getting this. From the FCC, quote, Disney is obviously very concerned about the FCC's proceeding, as evidenced by their ongoing campaign of disinformation, as well as their decision to ask a court to stop the FCC from further pursuing matters. The FCC will continue to follow the facts and the law wherever they lead. So that's the response from the FCC, which is basically, screw you, we're going to do what we do, and you're worthy of investigation now. Culture, Jonas, I don't think this goes well for Disney. I could be wrong. You know, maybe they'll get it in the DC courts and they'll stall this out. But I think Marv is right that the quota being listed out directly in their filings is what I don't see how they get out of this.
Yeah. So the quota was there for several years on top of all that. So and great job on Marv. I think we were also jaded by it when we went through and we're looking at things that when Marv came in, he's like, wait, this is illegal. Why are they still allowed to do this? I'm like, yeah, everything about it is illegal. Absolutely.
It was listed as a skill, a competency.
Yeah.
A core competency for executives is diversity.
Which is amazing. So this company was at its highest in stock price ever around the time that they started this nonsense. So, and now they are, they're the same place that they were 10 years ago because they slumped back down. There was this moment where they almost convinced everyone that they were a technology company, which false. And then they also made everyone aware that they are deeply political as an organization. Both of those things, well, one of them was the one they were trying to hide, which is the political aspect, and the other is a lie that they try to tell at every shareholders meeting that they are a technology company, which they are not a technology company. No. Just because they have a patent that has to do with like the screens around you when you are at the Encanto ride, so they can simulate it being a fun experience instead of it being a fun experience. That does not make them a technology company. No one will hug the Olaf robot, and even if they try to hug it, they will stop them from doing it. So none of the technology that they have at this company is going to replace that. It is a creatively bankrupt IP holding company that happens to be named after Walt Disney.
You've got here how CNN is reporting this. Disney sues Trump's FCC over retaliatory campaign against ABC. I think they've got them dead to rights. I mean, this is amazing. And I want to show you this too, just so you understand what Disney is up to and Dana Walden and how little they must care. In my estimation about the shareholders, Entertainment Weekly is reporting this in a very interesting way. No current plans for Rosie O'Donnell to return as guest on The View, season 30. Well, hang on a second. Read the little title below it. Entertainment Weekly has learned that despite O'Donnell saying she will return alongside of their co-hosts, a formal guest spot has not been secured. By Joey Nolfi. A formal guest spot has not yet been secured. You know what that means? It means they're in negotiations. Rosie has already said, I'm going to come back because it's basically a formality, and they just haven't signed it yet. That's what that means. It says, after Rosie O'Donnell said that she will go on the 30th anniversary season of The View as a guest in the upcoming months, Entertainment Weekly has learned there are no current plans for her to return. Reach for comment, Representative O'Donnell tells Entertainment Weekly via email, there was a mention of inviting some of the hosts back to The View as a guest during season 30. There has not been a formal ask from the show at this time. But again, what are we talking about here, folks? Rosie O'Donnell coming out there and saying, I'm going back on The View. And then it's walked back a little bit. But they're poking their finger in the eyes. They're like culture, they're trying whatever they can to make the Trump administration, the FCC, angry. Oh, you don't like The View being called a news program because you don't think it's a news program because it's not? Well, watch this. We're going to double down. We're going to call it a news program. We're going to tell you that we don't have to put anybody on the air for fairness. And we're also going to put Rosie on. Rosie, who exiled herself to Ireland to escape Trump, she's going to come back and be a co-host on The View. And when she comes back, it's still going to be a news program. They're just trying to throw their middle finger at the administration.
Can I throw one more thing in here? Rosie
as long as it's not a middle finger.
Rosie O'Donnell even said, I don't know why I was asked to do the Jimmy Kimmel show. I assumed that we didn't like each other.
Well, they have a common enemy. That's enough.
Exactly. So they're trying very hard to revive a career that okay. I don't see the brand value in Rosie O'Donnell. So
she hates Trump. That's the brand. It will incite all kinds of people to tune. They think to tune into The View to watch what she'll say. Culture. They're clearly, the Disney company itself is clearly incendiary, like trying to get the Trump administration to come after them.
Yeah. I mean, look, and it's in the framing of the articles, and I think Marvin can speak to this better than I can. I mean, the word retaliatory is used with intention. I know that Carol could probably speak to that as well. They use that. There's no retaliatory anything. You are either in violation of the rules or you're not. And Disney has been in the violation of multiple different federal laws and rules across various different segments of their business, including in media, and especially this show. And look, I mean, you know, Rosie was the one that announced she was going to be a guest host coming back after, you know, a 12-year hiatus. I mean, you know, she wasn't exactly loved in the first season that she was in. And then she came back in year 18, and now she's going to come back 12 years later in year 30. And again, this program has been allowed to spout political ideology and to feature only guests from one side of the aisle or the other. So look, the fact that, you know, they're trying to pick a fight or trying to make, you know, Trump or the FCC the bad guy here when they're in just obvious, you know, thumbing their nose at the rules. I just don't understand it. And look, you can tie all of these disastrous choices to the stock price rather easily since Chapek left. In fact, I cannot wait for Chapek's Ride of a Lifetime book or whatever it's called to come out, because I think the tell-all behind that after his NDA is wrapped up is going to be far more damaging to Disney than they could possibly imagine.
We will have a full review of that, Culture. Don't you worry.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to that.
Motion for that.
Speaking of which, Marv, I'm going to give you the final word since you are the guy who kind of set this stuff into motion. The FCC needed the report that you gave, and it's very simple. All you did was take what Disney said in their papers, but it was buried deep where few would go, and the mainstream financial news media was very uninterested in reporting on this. You did, and suddenly Disney's under investigation, and now they're claiming that the government is out to get them, while at the same time they do everything they can to make the government angry with them.
Right. It was they were flaunting it. They were proud of it. They had it out there in their SEC filings because they thought it was a badge of honor. But it turns out it's not quite a badge of honor. It's more just an admission of illegality.
Marv, you know what it reminds me of? I don't mean to interrupt you, but it just entered my head. I'd love to hear what you think about this. It reminds me of like somebody who's getting arrested saying, "Don't touch me. You can't arrest me. What are you doing?" That's what Disney is doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. They are provoking, and I think that they're provoking for a reason. I think also the more the FCC or the Trump administration cracks down on them, the more they're able to look like the victim and less like the heartless, soulless corporation that crushes their enemies under their heel, the way they have been known as for so long.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's 100% their plan. But much like they tried doing this with DeSantis, which I will point out that Bob Chapek didn't want that fight. Bob Chapek avoided that fight, and Bob Iger and Victoria Alonso were the ones that pushed him into it. And we saw how that worked. It's going to cost them over $1 trillion. How much money will it cost them this time now that they're going after an even bigger fish now with the federal government as opposed to the state government?
Well, if they lose, and if they're and this is what's amazing, because again, as we wrap this up, all they have to do is say, "You're right. Those quotas, different leadership team, shouldn't have done it. We were pressured by the Biden administration. We're sorry." Number two, just say, "You're right. The View's not a news program. It's a daytime talk show. It's okay." That's it. They're risking billions of dollars to not say, "You're right. We're sorry. We'll change." There you have it, folks. The Disney company is quadrupling right back into politics. Culture, were you wanting to weigh in there a little bit extra too?
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
Speaking of people who are stepping into dangerous territory, just like Disney. Ha! That's a segue. We would, folks, like to take just a second to say what a cool thing this is. The lifeguard who went out and risked his life to save the kid, and being honored in the Oval Office. A lot of times we're covering, negative entertainment news, and we do have positive news. We'll be talking about Tom Holland and SpiderMan today. But we just want to say, if you're watching down there at the bottom and you see what President Trump is saying to this 16-year-old lifeguard, this kid went in, and you can see this could have killed him. I mean, these waves are insane. This could have killed him. He goes under for long periods of time, pops back up again, having done everything he can to save this young man. Watch these two guys now, the lifeguard and a volunteer who comes out to help them. Here we go. Watch these waves. I mean, just
wow.
Stay under, knowing you're risking your life to save another person. In fact, I'll give a chance. We'll bring the audio in for just a second. Here you go.
With lifeguards and having to do with safety. This was an unbelievable experience. Anybody watching, it's not my world, but I respect that world. I always had, but never maybe so much as I do now. So I thought you bring, to your profession, to what you do and what you do so well, you brought tremendous grace and experience, really tremendous grace, tremendous a feeling that it's so amazing to see this happen, to see it before your eyes. And I don't think any other, I've seen surfs, I've seen rescues before. I've never seen anything quite like this.
So, not a political channel, not here to say, President Trump, hoorah, rah. No. Just here to say this is the kind of thing that we need to pay attention to. There's lots of good things happening out in the world. There are amazing people risking their lives to do the right thing. So kudos.
I love that though, because it's such a great example of when Trump starts a sentence without knowing how it's going to end.
Experience 2016.
Yeah,
That's right. Never have we ever seen such. It's amazing, the things that we see out there.
I love it. It's so funny.
By the way, the young man's name who went out there and saved the day, Ryder Williams. Ryder Williams, way to go. What a human being.
That's a cool name.
Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we have a sip and click to his name?
Let's do it.
Good one.
Folks, here you go. It's time to click it and sip it. Click that like button. Take a sip of whatever you got. Mo, what is that? What are you drinking?
Oh, just water. I have an affinity for Mexican blown glass. I have weird
Irish water.
Hang on a second.
No, it's water.
It's the
water.
finest moonshine of Ireland.
What are you guys talking about? I'm having so much fun today.
All right, coffee. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Coffee.
I have tea with lemon and honey because I have horrible bronchitis.
Stop lying.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Sometimes when I take the sip, I come back and I say, "Ooh, that's good. I got to have another one." Just okay. This one's just okay today, but that's all right. We'll get through it.
I have some high quality H2O.
Some high quality H2O. Tim Angus became a YouTube member. Welcome aboard, Tim Angus.
Happy to have you.
Laura Momrocks, member for 6. Paw Patrol Toddler Superheroes. SpiderMan 3 times.
Go Spidey, go.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Spider-Man movie again. I really like the Hulk parts where Hulk is the Hulk again.
Yeah.
Wolf of McGruffle III for $5.09. Jonas, you didn't answer my question yesterday. Are you on the Pro Show today? Pro, I've heard on the streets that you have to meet Hagrid tomorrow.
Oh, so I heard that dear little Pro got paid to eat haggis, and now he's all afraid.
Yep, I'm afraid, all right, especially if I have to eat haggis with that man.
And then Tim Angus, you must have upgraded, Tim. Thank you very much for being a YouTube member. Packet Protons for $5 says, you want super chat money, you got to earn it. You can always pay me $1,000 to not eat the haggis.
Packing, what we got to find out is anybody going to show up tomorrow and pay me to eat the ghost pepper? That I'll have it. It'll be sitting right here on the desk, ready to go. If you all want me,
peppers are nothing. It's just
okay, big boy. You show up tomorrow with a ghost pepper.
Hey, you and I had ghost pepper sauce. No.
You didn't listen to you now. You didn't say, "Oh yeah, happy to do so." They're nothing. No, you said you diverted culture. You could have said, happy to do so. I'll be here with my ghost pepper. I know you're growing ghost peppers.
Is that a daytime stream or a nighttime stream?
Nighttime.
Oh yeah, I won't be here. I have to be in bed.
You have the Hollywood backlot with Lou and you following the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm redirecting to you.
Oh, that's right. I have to take a nap though.
Look at that. Look at that. I have to take a nap. That is the oldest thing anyone has ever said on the show. And Lou Wasserman's ghost has been on this stream.
Why can't you do this thing we want to do? I have to take a nap.
You should use my excuse, like, oh, I can't. I have to fall down the stairs.
Well, that would work too, but no, I have pickled peppers. I have lots of pickled peppers.
Yeah,
No,
Peter Piper picked those pickled peppers.
Ghost pepper. I know you grow them in your greenhouse. I'll see you tomorrow with your ghost pepper, big boy.
Big boy ghost peppers. Galeoth for $2. As Marv said, no, tiramisu is not for you.
And I want to warn you, Culture.
Marv said?
You're going to have to hold the ghost pepper up to the camera because I know the difference in that and a habanero. And I know you would put a habanero and pretend.
Well, yeah, because habaneros are not hot at all. So
You would sit it on the table and you would be like, oh, yeah, it's totally a ghost pepper. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
You're going to hold it up the camera where I can inspect it.
First of all, I'm going to be wearing nitrile gloves because, as you know, handling those and
it's going in your body.
Bad.
Come on.
But it's hot.
Be careful. That sounds like a very specific threat. What are we talking about here? Tuned out for a moment.
You can hold the stem with your fingers. You don't have to hold.
They are.
It's the stem. It has no. Never mind. I give up.
Your eye itches like right.
I'll see you tomorrow night with your ghost pepper.
Caveat Ties, member for 12. The Mojo and Pro Show. Hey, CC Marvin Caro. That actually sounds like a great show. Not
I
gonna
think
lie.
Caro fits with the Mojo Pro. Mojo Pro Caro.
Mojo Pro. Let's see here. Packet protons for $2. Culture needs to start AI help and setup. He kind of does that unofficially though.
I don't know. He's already doing a greenhouse Bob Ross kind of thing. Now we figured out that Culture Cuisino has to be a channel. He's very busy.
He is terribly busy. Yes. Tim Angus, are you VI Pro now at this level, Tim Angus? Tim Angus, are you going to be WDW Pro by the end of the stream?
Yeah, keep rising up. We'll just hand the chair to you, the neon sign, all of it.
Everybody gonna rise up. Sherilyn 68. Hey, I remember when you sent in some notes there to Dean Kane.
Yeah, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Don't read it.
Be grateful. It is haggis.
Stop.
It could have been ballot. Haggis was good in Scotland. I couldn't touch ballot in the Philippines.
You know, what are we gonna do? We're gonna start being like, oh, Pro's got to eat durian. Like, what are we doing? Huh?
How? Just out of curiosity, Culture. What is ballot?
It's a fertilized duck egg that's incubated for 14 to 18 days, boiled and eaten directly from the shell.
No, I saw that. I'm not doing it. It's like a purplish black color when it's done.
Oh no!
It's like
Halloween. Oh no, it's actually like a duck. Like it's like it's a duck embryo.
It's crunchy.
Okay. Kaylee,
crunchy eggs will not be imbibed on the show.
Eggs. How nice of you.
Well, I have to ask my wife if she's ever had to have this.
Let's see. No, I can't even say the words. Rumor. Carol also passionately hates cheesecake.
Me too.
So much.
Yeah. Yep,
So
hate
much.
it.
You don't pay me to eat this cheesecake. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Oh,
Especially pumpkin cheesecake. Oh, that's the worst.
Oh yeah, New York style with maraschino cherries make me I'll just puke everywhere. Yeah.
It's too rich. You know, Pro actually made me eat like an appetizer like last time. It was terrible.
Oh no! The worst thing Pro ever had me eat was this pizza that he was like, "It's Joe Rogan's favorite pizza."
That was funny.
And I was like, "This is disgusting."
Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, they talked about their Joe Rogan's favorite pizza, and it's double pineapple, double anchovy, salty and sweet. We got that for one of the gatherings, and it destroyed the house we were in. Like you couldn't get the smell out.
No.
You know, anchovies are incredibly healthy for you, though, right?
Yeah, usually the incredibly healthy things are the ones that don't taste very good.
They taste
funny
like
how that
feet.
works. Like apples are very good for you, but no one likes to talk about how good for you apples are. But whenever it's something disgusting, everyone's like, the health benefits of eating kale. No.
Apples are one of those things where if you cook it and you put copious amounts of sugar and bread on it, it's delicious. as are most things.
That's that funny thing. Like if you fry something, it's generally delicious.
Who knew?
So,
speaking of fried, by the way,
yeah.
I actually ate at Six Ravens a week ago.
Ooh, that's
at Disney Springs.
That's the one that's by the Gideon's Bakehouse people, right?
Yes, it is. It is a lot of money and a lot of waiting for a glorified Hot Pocket.
Oh, I thought that went in a different direction. I thought you were going to be very high praise on it, but no. Okay.
No, I mean I like Hot Pockets, so it was a good Hot Pocket.
It's an evil Hot Pocket.
Did you put the $300 sprinkles on it?
What?
No,
you missed out.
$300 sprinkles.
It was a no. That was we were talking. Carol and I were talking about how little has changed at Mickey's Not So Scary, and the only thing that we could find that had changed was that they were adding sprinkles to some of the ice cream snacks.
$300 sprinkles.
That's what you're paying all that money for to go.
Now that I've realized that just sugar, bread, and frying things makes it better, I'm recommending we do sugar fried spinach, Jonas, with cheese. Sugar fried spinach.
Okay. That does not sound well. The fried spinach would. I don't know. At some point, it kind of becomes like a funnel cake. Packing protons for $2. Wilton delivers wonders, bro.
That's not going to go in the tournament. That's not going in.
Sometimes I wonder if packing protons is just WDW Pro's alt account.
So I just asked my wife, who is Filipino, if you've ever
telepathically.
I texted her. I said, "Have you ever eaten ballot?" And she said, "Yes, I like it." And I said, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, it's good." I said, "It looks gross." And she goes, "You don't stare at it while you're eating it."
Those are always interesting.
She said, "It tastes like a hard-boiled egg." I was like, "It looks like a duck."
Never look at the duck embryo's eyes as you eat it. It'll make you sad. Of course.
Yeah, that's one of the phrases we say. Never look a gift horse in the mouth, and in the Philippines, it's never look a ballot in the eye while you're eating it. Right? Julia for 550 joules says, "Stay hydrated." You're definitely going to want to stay hydrated while you're eating a ballot on Wednesday. Cole Hauser for $5 Canadian.
Hey.
Hail panel, thanks for the invite. Had a great time last night. I was kind of excited when we worked out for Cole Hauser to be on with Marty. I thought that was kind of cool. He's more of a COD guy than a Halo guy, but I thought that was neat.
Yeah, and I can't wait to have Cole Hauser back on. Hope we can make that happen. Mo, can you tell me, though, we sent people after the Cole Hauser show last night. We sent people to Jay over there playing Fortnite.
Yes.
What is this about Jay going to pet sharks in the water? What's happening here? What is this thing I'm hearing about?
Man, I work with him all the time. It's hard to keep up with the lore, even when you're in his orbit. So I don't know, because we went on to like 3 other things. We kind of skipped over that one. I just, like you have your news stories, right? There's 10 that you could probably hit. You got 5 good ones. That's how we deal with J lore, because there's just so much to enjoy. Like
okay, because from here on out,
good and so much to enjoy. You just got to take it one bite at a time.
From here on out, if Jay says, "Hey, Pro, you want to hang out? You want to do something?" I'm going to ask first, does it involve sharks? And I never thought that was going to be one of the criteria before, but now I know. So I've heard he's doing something with sharks now. No, thank you. I'll pass on the shark touching.
Sometimes sharks are fun.
Yeah.
Really?
So there's a freshwater aquifer by the Isle of Man in Mexico.
That sounds like a hymn that you've just taken the music out of. There's a freshwater aquifer by Isle of Man.
But it's a fantastic scuba diving location, and because it's a freshwater aquifer, you can actually go face to face with a lot of these crazy dangerous predators, sharks like hammerhead and so on and so forth. So you can literally pet sharks because they are stoned out of their gourd because of the freshwater aquifer.
I'm just think of how lovable and kind Culture Casino is, and I'm gonna say the same things you just said, but as Robert California from The Office. There's a freshwater aquifer by the Isle of Man, and people think that the sharks are deadly dangerous, but it's one of the most joyous experiences a man could ever have at the Isle of Man.
to go head to head with deadly predators stoned out of their minds because they're in a freshwater aquifer.
Psychotropics and sharks are an amazing mix. I highly recommend it for all of you after you've eaten purple potatoes.
Yeah. Well, just don't go to any of the aquifers near the Isle of Women. That's a whole other kind.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
All right. Justin Moore for 100 joules. High five. Thank you.
High five.
To you. Packing protons for $2. Is Caro Wilton's mom?
That would explain a lot if Wilton is the son of a troll and a lizard person.
We talked about this. I'm not a lizard person. I don't care what your car says.
Exactly what a lizard person would say.
Your car is wrong, and my car tried to kick me out.
Yeah, it was not just my car; it was your car too.
My car was trying to kick me out when I was driving home at midnight.
Folks, they have AI in their cars. They're not actually high on the aquifer water right now.
Grimlock say watch Culture Casino. Oh wow, that's an upgrade. Grimlock say watch SpiderMan Brand New Day. Didn't fit as a name. That explains it.
Hey, I also say go watch SpiderMan Brand New Day if you've not seen it yet, and if you have, maybe see it a second time.
And maybe Culture Casino too. Yeah, he's good people. Even if he is at the aquifer at the Isle of Man. Wilton's dad for $2. Hello, pretty lady.
Jonas, don't blush.
I told you. Not while I'm at work. Juliet sends in 450 joules. It's a butterfly. That's Marvin's favorite song. You know that one. Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my bigger sugar baby.
That is certainly not.
Noslacker.
Greatest rendition I've ever heard.
I hate haggis at the 8. Sorry, I put a British accent on there. Oh, I ate haggis. I ate haggis at the Seaside Highland Games in Ventura, and it was delicious. The caber toss is always fun to watch. Yeah, caber toss is where they toss logs.
Telephone poles, more like it.
Yeah,
giant logs.
Yep, and
the Highland Games. Yeah,
it's a confusion about what you eat and what you toss.
It's also how they earn mini hernias.
J7
Good job,
says for
Jonas.
$5. Listening at work. Hello, all. Hello to you.
Hello, Jay.
I was waiting for you to say Jay-Z. So
Me too. Honestly. Let's see what else we got here. Noslacker for $5. It's called The View for a reason, not views. There can only be one.
Only one in the audience.
Yep. Good stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Long Rua for 50,000 didgeridoos. Hades is mysteriously missing from any Villain Land promotion. Well, he appeared in Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Really makes you wonder why. It's because the people who do Kingdom Hearts are worried about entertainment, and the people who are designing Villain's Land are ideologically captured and hate James Woods.
Yeah, and Kingdom Hearts is being made by a company that is not Disney.
Yeah.
That's Square Enix makes it.
Yeah.
Can I interject very quickly as one of the few people that were able to actually go to that panel?
Yeah. You were actually physically there. I mean, you heard the crowd, you heard the uproar, the excitement, culture.
It was insane. The Kingdom Hearts panel probably was the most desired panel you could attend. They had literally half the space they needed to have all the people that wanted to get in there. Half of the people were literally lined up outside of the panel room. The standby line was full. The room where they held the standby line was full, and yet they had a running the entire length of the building outside a line of people that were trying to get into that panel. So
it's amazing when people that are not Disney get the ability to work on Disney IP, how much everyone loves it.
And Tetsuya was amazing. He is very much involved in this project. He's down to just his love of everything that's classic Disney. There's no politics in it. The voice actors are still consistent from the very beginning to where we are now, for the most part. Osmet was there along with David Gallagher, and for the first time ever, they recorded together in front of a live audience, which they have never done before for the video game. They've never been in the same room to record. They've always done it.
That was something. I was watching that on my phone, and that was really amazing. But unfortunately, in the English versions of the games, Kyrie is voiced by Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, she just passed. Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, she just passed away. She did it in Kingdom Hearts 2, but she was already replaced in Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
Jonas, 2 more super chats, and then we've got a special one that I'll pull up for you.
Yeah. Is it this one? Snarky D for $50. Rocky Mountain Oysters. Do it live.
So here's the deal. Normally, what I would respond with is it's going to cost a lot more for me to do that.
What's Rocky Mountain Oysters?
I am afraid to say that phrase lest you actually pay more and I have to do it. And I do not want to eat Rocky Mountain oysters, which are not, in fact, oysters. I will say I'm going to pass. I will eat a lot of things. I will eat many things. But as a dude, in honor of all the other dudes, both human and animals out there, I cannot do what you've asked me to do. There's something about it I just can't get beyond. And I don't want to know the flavor. I don't want to know.
Bison, the bison version.
I don't
of this is
I don't
not
understand
terrible.
what's wrong with Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Yeah.
I think WDW Pro put it eloquently.
As they dangle
should not
above the
have it.
fryer, pain is felt.
They kind of
put it
do that. They dangle a lot.
I'll put it in the private chat for you.
Okay. All right. Cool. Is this like a veal situation or something?
They're balls, Jonas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah, these are not not ranch eggs.
They're not actually oysters. Okay.
No.
Oh,
Helios for $5.
Okay.
Pro
You just
Disney
have to eat
took
them on Fear Factor.
Yeah. Disney took the Elmo money. Any surprise how they're acting? Renamed The View to its true name. The Message. Josh was told, get hot or get got.
Yeah. Mr. Nice Josh suddenly is not Mr. Rogers anymore. And that's very interesting to me. The other thing that's fascinating is California is waging war on Paramount. California is giving Disney free money right now. So they started this Save Entertainment slush fund in California to give money supposedly to keep productions in the state. What did they use it for? They gave it to Disney, to Pixar, for making Hexed, which was already being made anyway. It didn't save a single thing, but they just gave them free money. $15 million free money. So the way this game works is California is paying for Disney to stay ultra liberal, and Disney is fighting the Orange Man. And it's not a great plan. It's not a great plan for the future of the stock, I believe.
It's supposed to save it's supposed to bring productions back, and that is not what it did. Disney, they could have, I suppose, moved it to Vancouver, because Vancouver apparently makes billion-dollar animated films now, which who knew?
I heard they're getting really taxed though, and their guild laws have gotten really ridiculous.
Yeah.
It wasn't Hexed. I mean, Hexed is coming out. Isn't it already like basically done? So it was just free money.
I literally was at the Hexed booth. I have a pin for you, Pro, that I.
That's not as impressive. It's not as impressive when you say I was at the Hexed booth.
What I will say is that it is a downgrade, probably a necessary downgrade for Disney to keep driving the quality of their animation downwards. Hexed is a step in that exact wrong direction.
It looks like Wish to me.
It's wished much worse. Of course, it's got the alternate hair color witch lady that I think a lot of people are going to be like,
Witch lady?
More witchcraft. Yay.
Well, Disney is just missing one item, one adjective there, and they'll have everything they need to make a witch movie, right? Which one are they going to do?
Which?
And Culture's Sugar Daddy gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships.
Thanks, Tony. You're awesome.
Potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Hey, what's up?
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Culture Casino. Let's go. Let's go. Culture.
And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. It's out of Variety. It says Rosie O'Donnell shines in Jimmy Kimmel Live hosting debut, attacks Mango, Mussolini, Trump, and gives moving Hayden Panettiere tribute. She went after Trump, obviously, and it's in some of the most obnoxious ways. Disney choosing to continue taunting the Trump administration. And Rosie, of course, is the singular person, I think, they could put on the air that would be worse than Jimmy Kimmel in trying to get Trump to go after them. So for a company that should be after profits and stock lifts and all that sort of thing, they seem to be heavy lifting anything they can that would make the Orange Man and his admin frustrated with them. Here's what Rosie O'Donnell had to say. It says, when Jimmy Kimmel announced that Rosie O'Donnell would be filling in as a week-long guest host of Jimmy Kimmel Live during his summer vacation, he teased it would be a special treat for Donald Trump. These are all Disney people. They literally just want to make the president mad and the administration mad. And they would never, ever, ever do this with the other side. They would never, ever, ever come out and be like, hey, we're just going to make President Obama really angry. Hey, we're just going to make President Biden really angry. Like, that ludicrous, right? But they do this. Says harbored a 20-year-long vendetta against the comic for her mocking his bankruptcies in The View back in 2006. Well, how about we just skip on down and I'll play for you what Rosie did when she came on. We'll have to skip a little bit ahead because we don't want to get the audio, but here's Rosie O'Donnell. Here she is as she comes on to Jimmy Kimmel Live for a full week of Disney making sure the FCC has every reason to continue investigating them.
Hated Jimmy Kimmel Live when it was hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Buckle up, people. Buckle up.
We'll play more in just a minute, but Marv, I don't think they could go any harder in the paint to try to make the government hate them because they're actually in a war right now with the FCC. And while they do this.
Yeah, this is just being made so that Trump will respond to it. And he'll probably take the bait because he can't resist, especially when it comes to Rosie O'Donnell. And I think like their new thing is they want to try to be as antagonistic as possible because when did Jimmy Kimmel get those huge, ratings last was, when he came back after Trump, after he blamed Trump for kicking him off the air. So I think they're trying to just lean into that more and use that to boost ratings. I don't think it's going to work though, because I think people are pretty much kind of done with Rosie O'Donnell, like just in general. I don't think there's any like desire to see her in anything. If ragging on Trump actually brought in ratings, Kimmel would have done it already. So yeah, I think that this is a pretty insane attempt to try to prove relevancy, and it's not going to work.
Let me follow up with you, Marvin. Mm-hmm. The thought occurs to me that maybe they're crazy, but crazy like a snake.
Yeah.
What if this attempt is to try to get President Trump to lash out at them? So then when they go to a judge about the FCC, they can say, oh, see, they already have a presupposition to dislike us. They're angry about Rosie. That's what this is all about. They're angry about who we put on the air. Maybe they're trying to bait a defense that they currently don't have with this Rosie O'Donnell pick.
I think that's very possible. Yeah, I more than possible. I think it's probable. It's all a pretty pathetic attempt in my opinion, and it's not going to work. It's not going to move anything.
Here's more of Rosie.
Welcome to the show. I am your guest host, Rosie O'Donnell, and if you're wondering why I'm here, it all started like a heist movie. I was out of this talk show game, living abroad. Then I got a secret message from Jimmy asking if I was interested in one last score. So,
man,
the laughter on this is the worst.
Oof. Well, no, I think maybe the shoulder pads are the worst.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, this outfit hurts me. Like, if you want to come out and like use her as bait to get Trump to like come out and like respond, like, could you put her in a less clown outfit?
Yeah,
like
broadcasting this in high definition is like assault.
Like, I don't know how much Botox that she's had, but it's clear that her face doesn't move. And so she constantly has like rabbit face, you know, where she's always got like her top lip open because that's like the only thing she could probably move right now. Like it hurts me to see this. Like it really does. And I know after how women look, but this is a crime. Whoever dressed you, Rosie, like fire them immediately.
Well, I'm sorry, but Mo, Caro, there's more attacks to come.
I dusted off my cooch balls and here I am. You know, this is not my first rodeo. From 96 to 2002, I had my own talk show, The Rosie O'Donnell Show.
Can we do this, Jonas? Can we do this where I say things and it's just raucous? Like I can just say, hello, folks, doing the pro show today, and I had tomato bisque earlier. Can we do that? That's what I want.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
you have the soundboard, don't you?
Yeah, we can make this happen.
Yeah,
and
you could
frankly,
say,
the soundboard would be more authentic to these people.
You could get it. You know, when you say I didn't eat haggis, you can make the whole group cheer for you.
That's right.
remember when Rosie O'Donnell used to constantly talk about what a crush she had on Tom Cruise? Wow, I'm beginning to think maybe that wasn't genuine.
Well, Tom was in the closet, and so was she, and things got changed around, and who knows? Okay, here's the deal, though. Rosie O'Donnell is back. And she is vying for a position, and it may be in negotiations to put her on The View. So, Carol, I'll go back to you. Rosie going on The View would be even more of Dana Walden, who's the second in charge of Disney. She's over at entertainment, making sure that she puts some of the most prolific despisers of the Orange Man on air at the same time that Disney is facing inquiry into some of their ethical and legal practices that could cost them network status. So, it seems like they are just determined to be vermin in the side of the U.S. government.
I agree. I think at that point, though, I might watch the show just a little bit just so I can watch her and Whoopi fight because that's what's going to happen. Like,
you want Rosie versus Whoopi?
Yeah, I want to watch that showdown.
Who stands in the middle and keeps them apart? Is that going to be Joy or is that Sunny?
I think who can ever virtue signal the most that week is probably the one that's going to do it.
I would venture to put a salad in between them. They will not get near that.
It's like chickens when there's a line in the road and they can't cross it, right? There's a line in the sand and they view that as a border. The salad would be the thing that.
Yes.
Mo, you just got us in trouble.
That was not funny, but it was.
We'll just form a line of celery. You can't cross it. Oh, boy. Culture. Rosie is on Jimmy Kimmel. What do you think the ratings look like this week? She's got the whole week to herself. Dana Walden and Disney have decided it's Rosie week. What do you think? She gonna pull in big numbers?
Yeah, I think it's gonna sit somewhere below the this year's average of 2.6 million. So I don't think it goes up.
I'm gonna disagree, Culture. I think she gets bigger numbers.
Well, I don't.
I think to be rubbernecking. People are going to stop by to see what kind of train wreck. I mean, look at the shoulder pads. Just like Mo was saying. I mean, people are going to stop by to say, "What is this?"
I mean, bigger numbers. I mean, I didn't know we were going into like the weight of the people that were going to watch the show. I thought we were just talking about the ratings. I mean, 2.6 million is
what Culture is saying is that fat people watch Rosie O'Donnell.
Thank you, Jonas. Thank you for making sure everybody understood that. And we're on a roll here.
Jonas, you have all of the gentle touch of the people that wrote Lanterns.
Oh goodness!
I need to watch that show like I need a hole in my head.
Here's a novel concept for you. The aliens are a metaphor for immigrants, and we're gonna just hold up pictures to show you.
So we'll play one more little line from Rosie O'Donnell, and we'll see how that goes. But here's the joke she brought to the stage, because up until this point, she's just yapping. So give us a joke, Rosie. How do you do with your first joke? Take it away.
In the Middle East, climate change was ravaging our planet. We had a president who was embroiled in scandals. But today, everything is so chill.
There's the joke. But back in the 90s, yeah.
I just say, isn't it weird that climate change has been ravaging our planet for so long, yet nothing has changed?
I mean, I noticed they're being real quiet about the fact that El Nino is back, but whatever.
You say it like it's a superhero, El Nino.
It's Chris Farley.
That's Spanish.
It's Chris Farley in a mariachi.
I love El Nino.
So, okay, let's talk about the practical.
El Nino? What?
Yeah.
I love
a
El
very
Nino.
tame hurricane
It's,
season. I love El
It's
Nino.
my favorite of all the multi-decade recurring weather phenomenon. Yes,
I really do. I think it's neat to watch, rain show up in places that you don't normally get rain.
There you go. That's why he rides Living with the Land with the sprinklers on.
I do. They need more sprinkler effects in Living with the Land.
You know what I think? I think they need more sprinkler effects in Living with the Land.
Okay, can we just make
ride
this
has not been loved enough.
Jonas, I think they need sprinkler effects in the. We need sprinkler effects in the Jimmy Kimmel Live audience. Run the people out when they're a little too seal-like. I think it's interesting. Rosie, just talking.
Yes, that's what they need in that audience. Clingier clothes. That's
right.
Like yeah.
All right, practically, Jonas. What does this do with the war that Disney is facing with the FCC and the U.S. government? They're all in on Rosie. It's obvious that the Disney company wants to anger the sitting president of the United States. I don't remember that. In fact, I'll say this: I don't remember a company ever in entertainment trying to anger a sitting president like this. Maybe not since like Watergate. So practically, what effect does this have, Jonas? Does this make the FCC situation different, worse, changed, anything?
I do think it makes it worse. Disney does not have a good history of free speech complaints. Mostly those are tried in the court of public opinion, despite them being literally actual court filings. This is something where making it Rosie O'Donnell makes that blatantly political. But also, I would say that Rosie O'Donnell is funnier than Jimmy Kimmel, because Jimmy Kimmel hasn't written a nonpartisan joke in a very long time. And
I'll give that to you. I think Rosie just flat out is funnier than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes. So she's had more of an actual career than Jimmy Kimmel, and it's at least more properly labeled, So I think this is not good for the FCC complaint. I'm sorry. It makes the FCC complaint more legitimate, if I can state that more clearly, and it's giving whatever audience it is showing up for Jimmy Kimmel. I think it's giving them the actual thing they want, which is not the pretense. It's just the MSNBC soothe that they want on network television.
Right. It's Rachel Maddow in a giant pink shoulder pad outfit, just ripping into Trump with moderately, like we can pretend it's humorous. One more joke. Let's give her a second chance, Jonas. Is that okay?
They've given the show a facelift.
How many times? We are in so much trouble.
I've been living in Ireland for the past 2 years because of Mango Mussolini.
That actually sounds like a
I read that
delicious
Project
beverage.
2025 and said, got to get myself out of here, And I decided to go to Ireland, a place where people are driven to drink regardless of who's running their country.
That's attacking you, Mo.
I decided to move, and I took my little then 11-year-old kid with me, and I just said, whatever you do, don't tell anyone, because we don't want a lot of press and a lot of paparazzi, so please don't tell anyone. And they're a pretty smart kid. They got it.
They're a pretty smart kid.
Mental illness alert.
So you've got a they, them, and you've got your other kid who's in jail. You're doing great as a mom, Rosie.
And you went to Ireland in 2025 and you exiled all the way until 2026. What a standout performance from Rosie. Rosie, you've really done it.
I told them, we don't want paparazzi and attention, and they told everyone, and weirdly enough, no paparazzi showed up. It was a little weird, but
yeah, they just said, I'm Rosie O'Donnell, and the paparazzi's like, got it. We're not going to be there.
Yeah, well, we have better things to do.
Disney could have got Nate Bargatze. They could have got Tim Allen. They could have, the list goes on and on of all the people they could have called and said, hey, we need a week. Can you come in and do the show? Kermit the Frog. He did it for Johnny Carson. Bring in a little puppet and be like, hey, Kermit the Frog here. Instead, this is what Dana Walden and Disney want. This is the Disney company. This is who they are. This is who they're going to be. Carol, I'll give you the final word on it, but this is Disney.
They should have gotten Wilton. Wilton would have been great on that show.
Oh god.
All right, and that's the last time we give Carol the final word on anything.
No, never again.
No.
Things are going down the crapper. It's not good for investors. It's not just one bad decision. You're getting a golfing tree in. Dang it, Bob! Your spending's been illegal. Your leadership is fatal. We expect more leaks and rumors. Makes no sense hiring. Disney is so unstable. What's the profitability timetable? It's time to fire Iger. This is just another Budweiser. Dang it, Bob!
Do it live!
Yeah,
that
fire
was
him live.
That was already better. What are you talking about?
I wanted to thank you because when I laugh while being sick, I start coughing. So you played a Wilton clip, and I was in no danger of coughing for
None of
a
us,
few minutes
not a
there.
single one of us found any pleasure out of that clip
I
whatsoever.
did. It was wonderful.
Maybe iron that black backdrop and turn your lights down a little bit, Steve.
All right, Jonas, it's super chat time. What do we got out there?
All right. First of all, we got Snarky D for $5. Good morning. Have a blessed, be a beautiful day, and even better show.
Well, thank you, Snarky, and thank you that you will not be forcing us to eat the oysters.
But they're not oysters. I looked at the private chat of what they are.
They're private, all right.
The idea is just bollocks. Snarky D for $5. Not a free speech issue. A loser that represents what Disney currently stands for.
10-4, totally agreed, 100%. Thank you, and the Fudge Dora.
Yep. Wilton's dad for $2. Challenge accepted. I'll hug and Olaf robot. I think if you hug that robot, they're going to come after you, sir.
Or collapse.
My favorite thing with that robot is when it comes out and it dies and it just falls.
Just
like in front of kids, just face plants.
like it's been shot, and it's crazy. Yeah. Like you didn't have a shutdown system that just like, no, it's full blown. Yeah, like you.
Yes, one too many limoncellos. Yes.
Yep. Nozlacker for 20 joules. It's a party hat.
Hey, Jonas, that's no slacker, not Nozlacker.
No, I'm not sure. I've heard it both ways.
It's no. Okay.
Joe Zamboni strikes again.
A new channel specifically for walkthroughs in short form videos. Please subscribe. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze coming up soon. Snoon. It's coming up soon, folks.
That sounds awesome. And folks, if you're wanting to get into the YouTube game, you better do it fast, and you better get your channel going because they changed the rules, and now harder than ever to become a new YouTuber.
Yep. Packing Protons for $5. By the way, that was Packing Protons Gaming U4M. Packing Protons for $5. Communists and wokies don't care about billions of dollars. In their new utopia, they won't need it.
That's the view too of the technocrats right now, who think that we're going to do away with money entirely if we get the AI singularity. So we got different sides all agreeing on this thing, but I always think that there will be some sort of currency in the future. Because there's always a limit on some kind of resource. Sometimes it's as simple as proximity, like who gets to sit closer or farther away in a concert.
Right. This is the whole thing about Star Trek and the post-scarcity world. Not everybody gets to be a captain. Somebody still has to be the janitor. So,
yep.
Sephiroth, member for 16. There's nothing political about a president celebrating someone as a hero. Doesn't matter what side you're on. That guy was a real hero. Absolutely.
Seriously. Yeah,
that's right. And if it had been Biden giving that guy the award, we'd have put it up on the screen and said, "This is a great thing."
Although Biden would have probably gotten his name wrong and thought he was a carnival barker or something.
And we still tease Trump because you're right, Marv. It's fun to listen to Trump try to navigate his way to the end. Once he says something that he goes, "Oh shoot, what'd I do here?"
How do I get myself out of this sentence?
Let's see here. Jim Butler for 600 joules. It's a mic drop.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Nozlacker for $5. Positive story. Sydney Sweeney and her boyfriend with no media coverage assisted relief efforts in Washington fires. And yet you heard about it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Sydney Sweeney has a boyfriend?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are disappointed.
It's a past tense.
I hate that guy.
And she puts out fires. She puts out wildfires.
Yeah. Well,
that guy could be developing the cure for cancer, and I'm just like, jerk.
All right. Culture Sugar Daddy, member for 19. I love Honeycrisp apples. They're delicious and crisp.
Can I say that one of the greatest things you can do with your time?
I say that one of the greatest things that you can do with your time
Go ahead, Culture.
In downtown Disney is to watch them make caramel apples.
They're just delightful.
They are.
I need this to be a new thing.
It's not even like Robert, California. It's like Thomas, Connecticut. It's like kind of almost there.
When I was vacationing off the coast of Syria, Wendy F for 5 Rocky Mountain oysters. Anyone? Yikes! Packing protons for $2. 1,000s and Pro has to eat at Barth's Burgers. I heard that.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
So I get Bob's Burgers. What's Barth's Burgers?
Let me first of all say you can't do that on television.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I remember this now.
Well, it's not. At least it's not a Barv like they did in that Dragon Age game.
No. Definitely, this is Barth, the guy who would stand behind he was the cook, and the kids would say things at the booth, and he would go, "I heard that." So, man, that was a Nickelodeon show from back in the day.
Oh yeah,
great.
Yep. Thank you again.
Which show was it?
You can't say that on television.
You
It's
can't
the
do
name
that
of
on
the
television.
game.
You can't do that on television. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It was
Canadian show.
Yeah, and there was somebody famous that was on the show. It was actually one
Alanis
of the shows
Morissette.
Yeah. Somebody you would get slimed on the show. That was kind of the origin of the Nickelodeon slime. So
you ought to know.
We're going for the deep and obscure lore here, but it's actually kind of important to everything they do at Nickelodeon now.
Yeah, next we'll talk about Pinwheel and Special Delivery.
Who Pinwheel? The guy with the glasses with the windshield wipers on him, you know?
Yeah.
Israel for $10. Good morning, everyone. Glad Culture survived D23. Pepperoni pizza, simply the best. Second to Hawaiian, agreed. Predictions if Spidey will outrun Dune 3 and Doomsday. Thoughts and cheers.
Yes, I think Spider-Man will beat both Dune 3 and Doomsday.
Yeah. I don't think there's any way that Doomsday gets anywhere near where Spider-Man is.
I think they'll beat them together. Yeah. I think if he's saying Dune 3 and Doomsday, I'm saying Spidey's going to beat them both.
Oh, now that's...
I just cannot see...
What are we thinking on Dune 3? Maybe 600 mil? 700 mil, maybe?
Like, it's so funny when you watch that trailer, the line that RDJ gives in that trailer with the hell bends to me for I am Doom. I'm like, that's a really great Dr. Doom line, like right out of the comics that, like, you know, it just sounds like something Doom would say. But then it's that Robert Downey Jr. voice going, hell bends to me for I am Doom. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's the whole thing looks like a cartoon to me. And Spider-Man, despite being a thing about a guy who climbs on walls, felt more real to me. And I just don't see it. I'm apparently kind of alone in that, but whatever. Packing protons for $2. How about deep fried haggis? I think that eliminates most of the gross factor on haggis, doesn't it?
Sounds better to me.
Packing protons for $2. Will Lorne eat ballot?
For the children. For the children, surely Lorne would eat Barut.
Yeah,
surely.
We'll go out there and is it Barut or ballot?
There's no L in it.
I think it's
Beirut. I don't think you're going to eat.
I think we can confidently say whatever this is, Lorne will eat it for the children.
Yeah, as long as we tell him that it's chicken.
Lauren's saying he's not.
Yeah.
No, is he in the chat?
Yeah.
No, Lorne will not. Emphatically, no. I don't even eat normal eggs. Wait, so you only like chickens once they hatch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what's next. Flying. No. The things are. I don't even eat normal eggs.
He doesn't eat.
I don't even eat normal eggs.
I think Lauren needs to be observed for a full 24 hours here, because I would like to know how he survives on only chicken.
Yeah,
definitely not catfish. Let's see here. Pang protons for 5. Mo, do you have the turnaround clip in your repertoire?
I do not, but I know what you are referencing.
What's the turnaround clip?
You don't know about the turnaround?
No.
Turn around.
That one?
Not
Tell
Bonnie
me
Tyler.
what you
You know, R.I.P. No.
Oh.
It's yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it would be in your repertoire. Certainly, Jonas.
All right. Is it a reference to the Army movie with R. Lee Ermey? No, that's a different.
No, that would be good.
Yeah. Flying blind on rocket cycle for 2. WDW Wilton Dawn's Wings.
No.
No.
Oh, I should tweet that. Here I
They fly
go.
now.
Packing protons for 5. Who is the least athletic among you willing to do a caber toss?
Well, I have frozen shoulders, so I don't think I can do the toss. So I guess that would be me.
I know who would win, and it's culture if we can just give him another episode. I mean, he was tossing EMTs and police officers, so cabers should be nothing.
You know, I feel like this is one where I would just like through sheer dumb luck, I would win. I don't know.
I feel like I'm volunteering to toss capers, not cabers. I will toss the capers.
Capers go into what, your mashed potatoes? What are capers put into? That's Irish food, right?
Capers are a tiny little green, darkish colored thing that adds salt to food.
Isn't
Capers.
that kind of like the thing that they have in on sour cream and onion chips, where they just
Those
put
are
in
chives, Jonas. Those are
those
chives.
chives.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Get in the chive.
Yeah, chestnuts, cheddar cheese, and chives. Teddy D gifted 20 WDW Pro memberships. Thank you very much. Teddy D.
Whoa, Teddy, we love you, but Jonas, you didn't read the last one.
I didn't? Oh.
No.
Well, we can always read it again. Israel for $5. Shades or eyes, Pro. Not to dismiss your eyes, but I missed the shades. He's throwing shade now. The look has a cool mystery to it. Either look, your blazer is styling. You know what's funny is there's a guy on Wizards channel named I think is it Operation Indigo that almost has your whole look going. I'm kind of curious as to how this happened.
Copycat, no doubt about it.
He may have done it, but did you maybe use a stylist and they were watching Real Life Fake Wizards channel?
Maybe, could be. But I'll tell you this. So we're running a poll right now, shades or no shades. The reason that I have started taking the shades off some is because the where it goes, is stuck underneath the headphones. And after a while, it's like, man, I got to get a break from these things digging in between my ears. So, we can put the shades back on for a bit. No worries there.
Yep.
You want shades? We got shades, baby.
Now, 20D gifted 20 WDW Pro memberships.
Thank you, 20D. And Jonas, this will be the last one before we hit the next news story. 20D, thank you so much. We appreciate you. What a great, great supporter of the channel.
Oh, here we go. It's time to party. It's time to live it up.
Perfect. All right, I got to ask the question, Mo. Before we go, can you stick with us for one more WNBA segment? Would that just fill your heart with love and cheer and good tidings?
Would make me happier. To talk about the most professional of all sports ball players, the WNBA.
What does
Very
W
sports
stand
ball.
for?
No, we can't define that, Jonas. Dagnabbit, ladies and gentlemen, Reddit has decided to ban the use of a player's name from the WNBA. What's the W stand for? Nobody knows, but Sophie Cunningham. You can't type her name into Reddit anymore. Essentially, Sports says this. A new wave of controversy has hit the WNBA community. Dumpster fire. After users discovered that Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham's name has been automatically filtered on the main WNBA subreddit. Reddit users reported being unable to post or comment using terms like Sophie, Cunningham, Soph. Subreddit moderators defended the keyword filtering in messages to users, stating it was put in place because discussing Sophie Cunningham, quote, tends to bring out trolls and people that aren't fans of the W. Cunningham has become a central figure in off-court discussions following late July comments to ESPN regarding biological sex and eligibility in women's sports, reiterating that her focus was on protecting young female athletes. The ongoing discussion has led to widespread debates. No, it hasn't. Everybody who's normal knows this is crazy. This is crazy. This is the girl. This is the lady. You're not allowed to talk about her. You can't put her name in Reddit. Why? Well, folks, it's because they're normal. Let me say it again to you. This is all about the WNBA being a hive of political narcissistic, venomous women who are part of this some sort of female empowerment that is not connected with goodness or reality. And you say, well, Pro, now that's going too far. No, I will show it to you. This is, let me show you who we're dealing with here. These are the players from the Indiana Fever that they can't stand, okay? We've got Sophie Cunningham. Let me minimize so I can call it out again. Lexi Hull and Caitlin Clark, okay? Doing their little video get together. Here's their little video together.
All right.
Trying Canadian snacks.
Ketchup chips. Okay, we went to dinner and our waitress gave us fries. Are you not going to be in it? Because otherwise I'm going to bring it closer.
They're eating Canadian potato chips.
I like them. That doesn't say much. Lexi likes everything. All right, now who is eating these? Canadians. Barbecue lace chips. Yeah. They all kind of taste similar. Actually, open that up while I do one of these.
I'm just skipping ahead so you all can see. This is how normal these ladies are.
I was about to say, we're seeing some real animosity here.
I'm just going to point out they're not all on the exact same page politically either, and they're just people talking to each other and having a time.
Right. Now, here's the point about what the WNBA is. Oil London TV posts this. Sophie Cunningham shows her patriotic side as the only WNBA player to hold her hand on her heart during the national anthem. I'll actually come back to that in just a minute, because at the same anthem, it's not just that she's the only one. The entire Atlanta Dream team leaves during the singing of the anthem. What? Here you go. Did you see them run over by the camera? This is the Atlanta players leaving the stadium.
Can
I've got more video of it. Hang on a second. Let's see.
Can the NBA just stop subsidizing this, please?
Yes, seriously.
Like, what is the point? Like, are they worried that they're going to let down the fan?
The fan. So over here, this is the Indiana Fever. The Atlanta team is gone. There's no other team. They won't even be on the court when the anthem is sung. Watch though, and on the Indiana Fever, it's only Sophie Cunningham who will put her hand over her heart while they listen to the anthem. Pay attention.
She changed keys?
Notice the ones who are standing with their backs to her. Even on the Indiana Fever, this is a league filled with anti-Americanism. Oof. This is a league filled with venom. And this woman and her teammates, the few teammates on the team with her that dare be normal, they want them out. They want to harm them. They want to hurt them. They want to ban them from discussions. They don't want their name to even be able to be written. They have become the Voldemorts of the league to these people. And of course, they hate the person who invented Voldemort too. I want to go to Mo on this first. Mo, this is not the only women's league that has this kind of vitriol. What is happening? What social movement is occurring where we see such a difference in women and men's sports? And maybe this means that there's something happening, more broadly with the gender divide.
Well, first and foremost, it's entitlement. That's how it always starts. They get paid. The NBA subsidizes them. And for some reason, they think they can't fail. They literally will fail.
Can they fail?
They should.
The NBA is going to pay no matter what, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a horrible product. I can watch Serena Williams and Venus Williams play tennis. It's enjoyable. They're good at what they do. There are plenty of women's sports that are fun to watch. The problem is in these sports where there is a massive divide in the skill of the genders. There just is. Men's basketball and women's basketball are completely different. And it's just, and the fact that they insist that it's not, the reason is because the ideology is men and women are the same to the point where we can't tell the difference. We've gotten to the point where we went from equal rights, we went to like second wave feminism, to like this nonsense that we experience nowadays, which we can't identify the difference, even though we got Angel Reese with her me bounds all the time, can't make a layup, to win a game. It's just it's an incredibly poor product, and they won't acknowledge the fact that there is any difference between men and women when it comes to athleticism. And like I said, we went from, hey, let's give them equal rights. Let's do a WNBA. It was interesting when it came out. You had Cheryl Swoops, you had Lisa Leslie, you had all these great basketball players that didn't say anything. They just played basketball. And then they started to lean in a few years later into, well, we can play with guys. We're good enough. No, you're not. You're not good enough. Just stay in your lane. Women's tennis did that, and it's a great sport. And they legitimately had great viewership, and they legitimately had great investment in what they did. They could advertise. Serena made tons of money doing what she did, and she was great at what she did. It's the far left. Everybody's the same. No, you're not. You're not the same. And if you just quit making it seem like that's the case, then you probably would have a better product. And you have a better product. You have Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin Clark is legitimately a really good basketball player. Could she play in the NBA? No, but she's amazing. She has a fantastic shot. I'm a basketball player. I love basketball. And watching her play in college was awesome. As soon as it got to the WNBA, it's just a mess. It's a poorly run league, run by poorly, people that don't know what they're doing, with a product that they've had like, hey, you now have a chance to make it profitable. And they're like, no, we just want to be the same. We just want to complain. We want to be anti-American. They literally cannot have it set up better. They have the best players on the Indiana Fever, the home of basketball, and they can't market it. It's just, it's a mistake. It's a mistake on every level. They've totally messed it up.
Well, I mean, when Caitlin Clark burst onto the scene, they are so miserable over the fact that the best player in the league is a white lady.
Mm-hmm.
They are incensed about it to the point where that's why they foul these ladies all the time. They're literally assaulting them.
Foul. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
They can't. They don't know what a woman is. They don't know what a foul is either.
This is true. But it's absolutely insane. And then they have the nerve and the gall to say that they deserve to be paid as much as the regular NBA players. I'm like, guys, the NBA is the thing that keeps you guys afloat. Without the money that the NBA is giving you to subsidize this whole thing, it goes under.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly you're playing in high school gymnasiums. You're not playing in arenas anymore.
Which look out if they start playing in high school gymnasiums, because that's where the high school boys teams could be that would beat them.
Well, they always have to angle the cameras down because they can't show beyond the first two rows because there's nobody there. Carol, we're watching what happens when an organization actually is run by the woke, postmodern neo-Marxists. Thank you, Marv. We're now seeing what happens when they literally are in control. And what happens is that it's not about even playing the game anymore. And if you don't look like the person who's supposed to be the best, they will just beat you up. They will injure you. Your coach will not defend you. Your commissioner will question, like, who should get to play in the women's NBA? Is it women? Oh, wait, don't know what that is. Darn it. Carol, this is insanity, but I specifically would like to ask you, is there something more broad happening here? Is this indicative of a movement that's out there that's larger, that has just lost touch with reality?
So I watched all of that and I had a lot of thoughts, and I knew you were going to come and circle back to me. And I was like, how do I articulate this in a way that's sensible?
You start the way you wish, then come back to that if you wouldn't mind. About is this a bigger thing than the WNBA, that it's just a part of like a venomous ideology?
Sure. So my very first thought is that all these women are brats. They're absolute immature brats. And the reason I say that is because they're doing behavior that I would consider immature and I would find in middle school, right? They're turning their back on the anthem. They're being disrespectful. And as somebody who was in the military and served, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, America is a great country. And if you want to turn your back on it, you can get out and you can go live in another country. Now, I'll be honest, you can do the Rosie and you can go live in Ireland, but Rosie's rich. And so Rosie can afford comfort. I don't know if these ladies can. I also don't know if they're going to like what they find when they go to another country that will cater to everything that they want. But so that was the very first thing that got me. They're all extremely bitter. Now, some context that I'll give, because it kind of like made me go like a little bit, is in every work environment I have ever been in where I have had a terrible situation, there has been a woman behind it. And all these women are acting like hens, and they're pecking at this player right now, and they're going after her. And because it makes them feel empowered, they're all doing it together, right down to the coach, that when she got thrown to the ground, because that's really what happened in that foul that happened. The coach didn't even go and check on her. He went straight to the assaulter and was like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay? Like, you're the one that assaulted my player, but are you okay? You're the person of color. You're the minority, and I'm a white woman, so I have to make sure you're okay first, right?" And as we can see, like, these are just normal people hanging out and living their life. And I think what probably makes these other players even more bitter is the fact that they like her more. People in general like her more, right? She's got values. She's just a normal person. She just wants to play the game, and she just happens to be good at it. They can't stand it. Can't stand it at all. Now, in terms of your question, is this a broader issue? Yeah, it is a broader issue. It's really bad behavior that women have fostered and spread, and the rules keep changing because the way that this is a psychology thing. So I apologize if I get verbose, and then I'll come back to what I'm trying to talk about.
No, I'm very interested in your thoughts on this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there was a study that was done. It was done by a woman who was trying to see how women decided to prioritize things in their life. And when she was doing the survey, she found that women in general, in 5 years, where she was like, "Where do you want to be?" About 70% of them said, "I want to work for a man because I don't like working for women." Right. And she thought that was interesting. So she decided to go and study that in depth. And she studied a couple of female only businesses and found that most of them went out of business within 6 months to a year because all the women in the business could not get along. They had to fight. Right. And so as she continued to do research and find out about women's work behaviors and all of that wonderfulness, one of the things that she stumbled upon is the difference between how men and women advance. So when a guy advances and he sees that one of his friends is trying to advance in the same path that he is, what he'll do is be like, "Go talk to this guy or try this thing. Make sure you get that certificate." Where a woman, when she sees a woman's trying to come in her footsteps, immediately puts up barriers. She adds an extra hoop. She makes it more difficult. And in some places, what she'll do is she'll try and grandstand or make it clear that she is in the top of this hierarchy, right? So in some ways, you can kind of see that, like in the movie, like The Devil Wears Prada, about how, you know, that whole situation hierarchy is established and how everybody is made to feel lesser than the top lady. It's a movie example, but it's probably the easiest one I can do. And I have not been shy about not liking feminism. I think I've commented on your show a number of times. Current wave feminism is women who want to be house cats. And what I mean by that is they want everything. They want you to give it to them because they feel entitled for it and they won't work for it. They do it all the time. And I can't stand it because every time I have worked in an office place with a woman who admits that she's a feminist, I immediately don't want to talk to her. I know she's a liability, and I know at some point something will go wrong. She won't take ownership of it. She'll blame it, and then she'll say, "Well, I deserve something better than this, blah, 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 blah," right? Like complete deflection off of everything that's gone on.
Let me ask you about that, Carol. The way I perceive that, and you tell me if I'm wrong, is that it's a systematized narcissism that has rebranded itself as empowerment.
Yeah, I mean, when feminism first came around, it was about like women just wanted equal opportunities as men. And that was fine because at that time, if you could do the work, then go ahead and do it. Like when I worked at the post office, right? When I was 16, I couldn't just go and work at the post office because I applied. I had to be able to pass the physical test. The physical test is I had to lift up a box that was 50 pounds and walk it from one end of the room to the other. If I could not do the test, I did not get the job, right? But the fact I could take the test, that was my equal opportunity, right? Well, it's not like that now. Now it's like, well, now we have to make the box 30 pounds lighter just so that way you can do the job. Like that's not equal opportunity. That's favoritism. And nobody wants to hear that, but that's what it is. And I don't want to say the loud part out loud too much. But if I think we take a look at the demographic of people that are assaulting this player, I think we'll see where the real favoritism in the sport actually is. And nobody wants to admit it, but that's exactly what's happening. So
Culture, it's awful hard to watch the WNBA when these players act this way. You can see that Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham are standing as they're supposed to during the national anthem. And Sophie has her hand on her heart. I'm not going to judge people on, what you do during the anthem. They're standing as they're supposed to, both of them. But the majority of their teammates have turned their backs to the anthem.
Yeah.
Culture, I just think this is a product that is not made for the vast majority of viewers. And therefore, I don't think it's a product that can stand on its own. And the subsidization has created this narcissistic snake hole.
And I think you're right. I think this is very much like Disney in that it's anti-American now. It used to be American. You used to be able to appreciate American sports as part of American culture, but they're trying to destroy the culture in this country, and this is one of the ways and avenues that they do it. I think Carol was 100% right, speaking about, the qualifications have been, changed so that people can participate in various areas that they shouldn't be allowed in because they aren't capable of, carrying a body out of a fire, let's say, or some of the other situations that even in a civil service job, you actually have to be able to restrain people and not get thrown around, and believe me, I know after throwing some people around pretty recently. But I'll just say this.
Is that how that worked? Was it female EMTs and police
No,
officers?
no. I threw some guys around. It's crazy. But anyway, regardless, the whole point being is I'm looking forward to the expansion of the league into real representation with people like Enos Freedom joining, and I'm very excited what the WNBA looks like in the next couple of years. I think the draft is going to be off the hook, and as more and more NBA players identify as women for the purposes of basketball, I think we're going to get back into a real brand of basketball all of us here in the United States and around the globe can enjoy.
There was a photo. I'm going to see if I can get it really fast. Oh no, wait a minute. You know what? Breaking news. Enos Kanter has released a new video, so we'll just do that. Here we go, folks.
Oh my. Be careful.
I haven't seen it yet, but here we go. Enos, don't get us in trouble. Enos Freedom has released this in the last hour or so. 8 more self-identified women are ready to sign up. Here we go.
Oh my.
Now listen to me very carefully. So far, I have spoken with 2 former NBA players, 3 G League players, and 3 European players. They have all said that if the WNBA won't change the rules, we are ready to join the movements, and we are considering coming out as women and putting our names in the...
We're considering come out as woman.
Yes, queen. Yes, speak.
Slay. Slay, Enos. Slay.
2027 WNBA draft. Hear me out. The NBA G League pays players $45,000 a year, while the WNBA top players earn $1.4 million. Those men could earn an extra $1,355,000 a year by just identifying as women. Rules are rules.
You get that, Cash Queen. You get it.
The dumpster fire grows.
Can't wait to see his meal at McDonald's, just like Angel Reese.
I'm gonna tell you. Well, look, everybody gives Angel a hard time, but she's the best mason I've ever seen. She puts up more bricks than most people do when they're putting a house together.
I think you got that confused with an Ice Age Happy Meal, sir.
Oh.
Folks, we're having a good time. We're having a great time, but Mo is going to drop on out of here. Mo, tell the folks out there where they can find you, what you do, and why they should have been subscribed yesterday.
Well, I'm part of the Drunk 3PO channel. I do the Monday Hangover on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then I do Midday Mixer at 12:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, where we talk about retro stuff. So all kind of, despite what this past segment, which deserved its ire and vitriol from us, we actually talk about very happy memories about movies and about retro games and stuff like that. We tend to keep it positive over there. And I do have a channel that I do with all my friends that I started streaming with 2 years ago called the GCA. We do shows on 8:30. I'm not going to say the name right now because it's a little more racy. So 8:30 on the GCA. But other than that, I show up on other shows and have wonderful conversations like with you guys. So.
Well, Mo, you're dropping out just as we go to the positives. We've hit the negatives, but Tom Holland going to get a lot of money from Spider-Man Brand New Day. What's your thought on that, Mo, as you go away? Are you a Spider-Man Brand New Day fan, or did you come on the other side and say, I don't care for this?
The villain really kind of starts kind of eroding the rest of the movie, but you
can just say her name, Mo. We're way past spoilers.
Okay. Jean Grey, and I throw that in quotes. Jean Grey is I did not like her. I hate the woman villain that never has to deal with any kind of repercussions. But honestly, I keep thinking and looking back to the movie, I think the acting was great. I think Tom Holland got his flowers in this movie, and he deserved it. I enjoyed the movie 7.5 out of 10.
There you go. All right, Mo, we'll catch you real soon.
All right. At at least they're calling Mary Jane, or not Mary Jane. They're calling Jean Grey the villain of this instead of WandaVision, where she was clearly the villain and they didn't admit it.
They'll never know what they will never know what they gave up in order to make that sacrifice.
What she sacrificed for us.
Yeah.
Jonas,
right.
shall we got a lot of
some
super
of these
chats.
amazing super chats.
We got a lot. Let's go through them. The folks, you're the stars of the show. We'll be happy to hit these chats and give them the attention they deserve.
Snarky D for $5. Reaction only, no expectation. You do it. Good fun. That was I think that was for the grabbing the bull by the not the horns.
Most things I'll do, but the oysters, I got like an ethical principle of, hey, there's lots of parts of animals that you can eat, but as a dude, it doesn't matter if it's a human dude or if it's a cow dude or I guess a bull dude. It doesn't matter what kind of dude you are. We've got a mutual respect.
From now on, we are only referring to bulls as cow dudes.
Cow dudes.
When I was in culinary school, we actually had to make the oysters. And at one point I think it was like me and like 4 other female chefs, and we were watching the guys, and I was like, do you want to step out? And they're like, yes. And I was like, okay, bye.
Well, guys can just, we can empathize. If you've ever seen a male dog, and he gets hit in that spot, human men go, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, it hurts for you. So the idea that you would consume, no.
But we'll go sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here. 280 Z Bear for $2. What are the odds of Kimmel ending next year?
Now.
I forget. Did he actually say he was ending next year?
His contract, he's got a 1-year contract. It ends next year in May. I think Disney is going to, I think Disney wants him, period. Regardless of the midterms, I think Dana Walden wants Jimmy Kimmel. They want to be political.
Well, I think the show might end, but Jimmy Kimmel's career with Disney will only continue, and whatever word we want to use that is the equivalent of flourish.
He's picking up all the Colbert viewers. So none of the Colbert viewers basically went to Jimmy Fallon.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. Justin Moore for 2. Tomato bisque. Woo!
Yay! That's great with grilled cheese. I'm just saying.
Is there something else that tomato bisque is that I don't know about here?
I'm just telling you, like if we were the audience for Rosie, this is the level of discourse,
I thought we were still on the oysters.
No, Rosie comes out.
I thought it was the secret word of the day, like on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yep. No, Rosie comes out and says, this morning I had celery. It's like the greatest thing they've ever heard. It's just crazy to me.
I don't think that they're actually listening to her. I think they're just looking at the applause sign to see when it lights up to know when they have to applaud.
I mean, Oprah had a bunch of seals in her audience too. I mean, let's be fair.
Gosh.
Well said.
What's today's secret word?
Tomato bisque.
Corgi.
It's been a long time since Pee-wee's Playhouse was on the air. I wonder if they're brave enough to do a show like that again. 1,000 joules for a corgi. Thank you very much, Juliet, who also gives 800 joules for a husky, and then 1,250 joules for a bumblebee. It's a little bumblebee.
It's a bumble.
Yep. Let's see here. Mr. Bungle. Wilton's dad for 5 for Caro. She loves my son. I love my son too.
Oh, I love that we have that in common. That's wonderful.
In the words of that little girl in Hook, he needs a mother very badly. Juliet for £5. 5. There you go. Andy Masterson for 5 joules. Treat. Thank you very much. This is in honor of Treat Williams. Juliet for £5. 4. Then TJ Magnify, good to see you there, Tom F. For 5 joules is another treat. And there's a lot of treats. I wonder if this has anything to do with the bowls. Juliet for £5 says 3, then 2. And I think Juliet, thank you very, very much for the super chats. And then TJ Magnify for 2 joules. Sparkles. I still feel like we're talking about those Rocky Mountain oysters. Anyways, Wilton's dad for 5. Yep, that's 2 joules on that one. I'll 100% hug an Olaf robot. You don't know me, Jonas. Go ahead, hug the robot.
Yeah, do it.
And then hug the cactus. See what Disney does to you if you hug the unhuggable robot. Snarky D for $10. A smattering of clones ain't loyal. Been a minute. No. Detail Devil for $2. Actually, I'll Pro will see this when he gets back. I think he's actually listening. Snarky D for $2. Mrs. Mondani, Syria vacay, Knicks because New York Police Department, didn't mean to call him the pity, won't risk cops. Is he married to a woman? I didn't know either of those things.
Wow. Well, maybe she identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonas, I don't know. You may have sent it to me already because I haven't checked. But did you see this thing about they've officially abandoned the in-ground lighting at Epcot? They're just waving the white flag.
Yeah, they ripped the in-ground lighting out altogether at Epcot, which is kind of one of those things. Like, did they mention this? Because there was this grand tour of all these things that Bob Iger let fester while he was CEO. Now, Josh D'Amaro was in charge of the parks division. He could have found the money for some of these things while he was there, but he didn't. And then you have this transformation of Epcot that was supposed to include that in-ground lighting. And now that in-ground lighting, it had screws in it, black screws in white lighting. By the way,
it was supposed to include a lot more than lighting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
we covered that extensively on that Park Place, but how like it was starting to rise up and like create tripping hazards. They had to rope it off a couple times.
Yep, and now it's gone.
It's
to
gone.
quote the Joker. Yeah, and it went the way of that water fountain. You know, that ended up being a oddly placed, shaped, and planted. Snarky D sent this in, Pro, and I thought you ought to see it.
A smattering of clones ain't loyal. Oh, a smattering of clones ain't loyal.
He said the whole thing. Like, he played the whole thing last night.
Been a minute.
That out.
We'll see what we can do. Maybe, maybe sometime.
Kaylee for $2. SpiderMan is now 2.030 billion through 8/17. Yes, he is. Wolfram McGrevel III for $5.02. On a related note, I still think Dr. Pepper tastes like root beer. What's wrong with me? Is that why people trip me in the halls and put signs on my back? Like George McFly.
Don't say that out loud too much because Carolyn will come for you.
When it
comes to Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, I like the taste of Dr. Pepper. I feel like root beer can at times be a little too sweet.
By the way, you guys like my mug?
I have that mug. It's a wonderful mug.
Yes, I love this mug.
I think that was the first Life Day merch that they finally gave up and stopped putting Ray on it.
I like root beer better. But Jonas, you know what else I like? New emoji contest. We hit the goal. So folks, go over to the community tab on the WDW Pro channel and let us know what emoji you would like next. We'll be running a poll in the top 4 votes.
That's what are the emojis in the contest?
Yeah, what are they?
People come up with them. They tell us, and then we run a poll based on. Yeah.
Is Caro an emoji yet?
Caro, are you an emoji yet? Hang on, I'll find out.
Am I an emoji in human form yet, or am I still just the puppet?
I don't think so, but I have several you can pull from.
You are still a puppet, Marv. Caro. Got a water, got a shower head, got an Asian wizard, baby Grogu, disembodied. Folks, listen, we got to fix this. We do not yet have a Caro emoji.
Oh no.
Folks, you've got to suggest this, and then we've got to vote Caro in. Caro needs an emoji.
Oh.
We can't just have it be Lauren taking a shower. That's not okay.
What?
Why do you have an emoji of Lauren in the shower?
Do we have an emoji of the dark Lauren from Lord of the Wings yet in his armor?
Good question.
We actually do.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. Packing protons for $5. That dog in that Wilton clip was asked to cough. Arf. Yikes. Nozlacker for $5. No slacker. Nozlacker makes me sound French. License plate from 30 Ford Model A Coupe. No slacker. Sorry. So no slacker.
I'm just glad you never pronounced it nose lacquer.
Yeah, nose lacquer. You don't want to get that on you.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, no slacker. Packing protons for 5. Marvin has an Asian wife that equals Sydney Sweeney. Hi, Mrs. Marvin.
Please don't talk about my wife packing protons.
Chris Dickerson, member for 16. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark. Go Indiana Fever.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more Cunningham and Clark.
Yep. Fallen Angel D-Links for 5. In light of Marty's appearance last night, you should get in touch with the English voice actor Vic Mignogna about what happened this year at Anime Matsuri.
Well, we'd be happy to. Let's make a note of that. We'll send that over to Kara and see if she can make that happen.
Yeah.
That is Vic Mignogna. Okay.
Yep.
Did you say manana?
Mignogna.
That's Spanish.
Okay.
Isn't that a light chicken gravy? Douglas Nutt for 5. If you can't stand for the anthem, you have no business on the basketball court. Yeah. What do they do when they visit like other countries? Do they also do that to other countries, or is that only for their own?
No. It's just they don't do that to any other countries.
That's what makes it bratty. It's like I'm gonna be a brat at home, and because mommy and daddy won't give me, detention or not detention, they won't ground me.
Yep. Let's see here. JWT for $5. Correction. This is not because CC is white. It's because he's straight. That's right. He's straight. Wilton's dad for 750 joules. Let him cook. Yeah.
Let him cook.
I heard somebody say that they should just let Halo Studios cook instead of interfering. I'm like, y'all, that's why you got that game. Silent Watcher for 5. Those who claim to be open-minded tend to be closed-minded. We do not speak the name of the one who created the one who we do not speak the name of. Avada Kedavra. Wilton's dad for 250 joules. It's a clapping seal.
That's Oprah's audience right there.
Yep. Are we talking about Oprah or are we talking about Rosie?
Same
Detail
thing.
double for $2. Armless shades equals cool. Prog study. Brown men equals trust. Huh?
I will say I've had a very good female supervisor in the past, but I will also agree that many of the women that I've had as supervisors, I witnessed them not engage in the same ways that men do. It's very interesting to me that negative male bosses and supervisors, they tend to be negative for different reasons than the women. And I don't know if this is true for everybody, but the men tend to be incompetent. The women tend to be kind of secretly militant behind the scenes, like they're creating social disorder in order to hold on to their power.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because last time I had a bad male supervisor or male coworker, he was really passive aggressive. Like he literally derailed our meeting. Could be like, he always did that. And he was like, I just think that, with tenure, there's certain things that people, don't have to, articulate that they get to have. And I had no idea what he was talking about, but it turns out he was upset because somebody took his parking spot in an unassigned parking lot. Right.
Somebody took my parking lot. And,
Yeah. And then at one point he was getting super passive aggressive with me. And I had turned around. I was like, so this is how this is going to work. You're going to tell me how you feel like a man, or we can go fight in the parking lot and get whatever is in your system out. Right. And he was like, no, that's not what I was trying to do. I was like, I don't care what you're trying to do. These are your options. Be forward and transparent, or we're just going to fight after school and the kids can take bets on who's going to win. Right.
Yeah. I had a female supervisor once that her worst trait was it was never the assignment of tasks. Like the tasks stunk, but she wanted everyone to be like happy about doing the tasks that stink. And I like, no. It's actually better if we say this stinks, but we have to get through it. But you telling me that I have to be like happy to do this thing. This is the problem.
I just want to make sure you're okay with it. Like, is this all right? Like, are you going to be able to do this? Like, is this, is
exactly.
this okay?
Did she offer you a Jolly Rancher if you did a good job?
No, she was a severe pain in the patootie, we'll say. It was to the point where the first time I came home from this company and I told my wife I was going to have a male supervisor for the first time in years at this particular corporation. My wife was like, "Oh, I am so happy that you don't have to work for a lady." Not because of me, just because so many women in middle management want to pretend that they're not miserable in the job, where men can say, I'm going to do the thing that's miserable so that I can go home and be happy. Whereas I think there's a lot of women who try to convince themselves that they're going to be happy at work. And that is You've been selling yourself a bill of goods, sweetie.
Well, a lot of them will like.
If working for a corporation, if you have a real job that's like fun, okay, something else.
One thing I'm going to give male workers in chat, you can check me on this. Every time I work with somebody who's a guy and we do a process, they're always kind of like, is there a way we can do this better? And I'm always like, I guess we can find out, right? Because they want to expedite the process. They don't want to waste as much time. They want to go do other things. In some cases, they want to go home early. I'm all about that, right?
Yeah.
But like women, they'll just keep doing it the exact same way. Or in some cases, they'll make it more difficult because they're trying to like expand the process or whatever, to the point where it's like, why are we doing it this way? It's like, oh, I just thought that this would be better. I just thought like in the long term, if we just did it this way, it's going to work. And I was like, you literally added 5 steps to my process because you're being paranoid. Like this, can we not do this?
Yeah. So, packing protons for $5. Mo Jay supposedly knows the turnaround lady. Ask her if she's what? I still don't get this joke.
Turn around.
Is it never ending story? Juliet for 2 jewels, it's a silver star. Thank you, Juliet. For 200 jewels, it's sunshine. For 350 jewels, it's a finger heart. And then Snarky D says for $10, the United States has significant problems. Congress, large swaths of our justice system, corporations, and entertainment have abandoned the people. It will be decades of a lot of darkness. Truth.
Yeah, the Congress has not been very active, eh? Congress has not been very active. I don't know if that's good or bad, but they don't seem to be able to get anything done regardless of who's in power.
Mm-hmm. Sam Wolf, Life of a Military Wife, member for 23. Caro, agree, would like to have you on my podcast.
Oh, DM me on X. So you can find me there and then we can set it up.
I think what you're trying to say, Caro, is pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew,
Sign
pew,
me
pew.
up.
Sign me up.
What else we got here? Gara Knight Shadow, member for 2 arms, lads. Caro must have an emoji. I think that's to y'all in the chat, not to us, because y'all got to pick it.
2 arms.
Yep. What's next here? Packing protons for 10. Also spotted, Andrew Garfield has reportedly signed a multi-picture project extension with Marvel, including his own standalone, The Amazing Spider-Man 3 project.
So we actually heard about this years ago, and it seems to already be in effect. I mean, I think Andrew Garfield is going to be in Secret Wars, and I think he will, after that, get Spider-Man 3, his own.
I'd like to see it. Fitty D, member for 17. I just ordered a double wings bundle of tails from Twisted Ravens. Awesome.
Thank you. The kids will be so happy.
That's great. Kalioth for $5. Vic Mig, do not deal with him. He's a guilty party with Funimation and Monica Rio in a very nasty lawsuit. You don't want to get involved in it. Oh, okay. Snarky D for 5. Try working for Boeing. It's not fun and nearly impossible to move the change needle. Blessing and curse.
Indeed.
Yeah. And that is the end of the super chats right there. Thank you very much, Snarky D, for all that.
Jonas, we've got one more story, but I know you've got to drop. You're covering some stuff going on behind the scenes. So, sir, I suppose we'll see you real soon, eh?
Yep. See you real soon.
Smoke
Why?
bomb.
Because I
Smoke bomb. Oh, wow.
That was
Hello,
amazing.
Carol.
Smoke bomb.
It was. He got us again. Well, now that he's gone, hey, Snarky, you know what we can play? Now that Jonas is gone? Yeah, you know what we're up to.
Commander Cody, the time has come, homie. Execute Order 66. I'm still alive, motherfucker. Riding in the gunship, me and my squad. Thought we was day ones, now they're coming in too hot. I deflected every blaster just to keep you in the
It's a big payday for Tom Holland. He is the man of the summer. And let me tell you, he is probably the actor with the best summer in the history of cinema after you consider Odyssey and Spider-Man. Spider-Man, of course, crossing the 2 billion mark. The Wrap now says Tom Holland reportedly stands to earn more than $100 million. It's a lottery kind of year for Tom. The base salary is $20 million and potential to earn upwards of $100 million once back-end bonuses are included. If you're aiming for the top 3 films of all time, which he is, I think he's going to win the 100 mil. Anthony D'Alessandro is writing about this at Deadline. Spider-Man Brand New Day becomes second fastest to cross 2 billion worldwide. Global top 10 box office update. Here's what we've got. Holy cow! More like Spider-Man. Or whatever kind of holy is yelled out in a comic book, but Sony Marvel Studios' Spider-Man Brand New Day crossed the $2 billion global mark, becoming the second fastest movie to do so and the 8th movie to ever cross that benchmark. Brand New Day pulls off this feat in 17 days, while Avengers Endgame crossed 2 billion in 11 days. Folks, don't worry about the speed of this. Endgame had holidays that were happening, and that added to it. Christmas, New Year's, etc. Update today, Brand New Day counts $786.5 million domestic, the 4th highest ever in the U.S. and Canada, and a running total of $1.23 billion abroad for a current worldwide tally of $2.02 billion. Now, we've talked about this in the past, that's where it was going. It seems to be there. Let's take a look now at the numbers and what they have it at. The numbers has the same $2 billion crossed over the weekend. We do not yet have the weekdays tallied into this, just the weekend, but Spider-Man Brand New Day at $2 billion. The question now is, does it have enough to get to that final hump of $3 billion, which would give it the number 1 spot? I don't think so, but that's not for me to tear it down or anything. Culture, I think this is a movie that's probably going to land somewhere between 2.5 and 2.7, which I think puts it in the number 3 spot of all time. It could be number 2. The problem is, even if it does reach the 2nd spot, Endgame is going to be re-released later this year, and it will regain the 2nd spot, even if Spider-Man beats it. But Spider-Man does this essentially without any IMAX, which makes it even more impressive. Culture, your thoughts so far on where Spider-Man is?
Well, first of all, I'll just say that it did it largely based on no IMAX the first weekend. It did gain some traction on IMAX screens in its 2nd and 3rd weekend. So let's just add that to the mix. But
I think, and Culture, you know these numbers better than anybody. Okay. But I think IMAX still was only 7% because Odyssey was holding.
They were holding
so many of the screens.
They were holding 41 of the possible 70 millimeter screens. So that because they only have so many of those around the globe that operate with the old-fashioned sprocket projectors. So it's a different conversation. But I'll just say it this way. This man made $20 million for playing Spider-Man this time around. Zendaya only made 8. He also made a considerable chunk of cash for being in the Odyssey. So as you were pointing out earlier, he's made a ton of money. And this film, as you've predicted, I think it will at minimum make $2.5 billion by the end of its theatrical run. But I fully expect it to get closer to $3 billion than you do, which is substantial. And I don't think Doomsday even touches this at the end of the year, nor do I think Odyssey comes anywhere close, which I've been criticized for, comparing Odyssey to Spider-Man. But I mean, there really isn't another film to compare it to this year. I mean, is there another blockbuster out there that is going to scale this kind of pile of money like Spider-Man Brand New Day?
No, there's nothing. I mean, Doomsday's not going to do it. The funny thing to me, though, is that in every possible way, this has just defeated Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. And I kind of think Hollywood hates that because The Odyssey, they wanted it to have headline after headline after headline. Caro, this has wiped them out to this degree, right? We're talking about, think about it this way. We're talking about Tom Holland getting $100 million for Spider-Man. Tom Holland, for playing Temelicus, is reported to have been paid $10 million for The Odyssey. It's a nice payday. But that's nothing compared to being paid more than $100 million for Spider-Man. So you got The Odyssey with all these big budgets and stuff and huge box office. And it's what everybody should be talking about, Hollywood thinks. And instead, this darn superhero film that's optimistic and positive and it has a moral message for young people, darn it, it's winning this much. Darn it. It really, Kara, I'm heartened by the fact that it's doing well and it's not a deconstructionist kind of film again?
Well, I mean, the last two films, you know, I know they had criticisms, but most people really enjoyed them. And so when people saw that this one was going to come out, for them, it was like it was a safe bet for both their time and their money, which is really becoming the question these days. I think the most that happened with Nolan's Odyssey was just the conversation around it more than the actual film itself, because the film is very forgettable, right? It's not really anything like memorable. It drags on for too long at certain points, but people are determined to think that it's the best thing that's ever happened. And I'm not going to turn this into an anti-Odyssey film because I've already had that rant 5 times. But the thing is, like, people want hope, right? And that's the big difference between the Odyssey and Spider-Man, is that there's hope in this, and we have an underdog that we want to cheer for. And even though he doesn't get like the full happy ending, he ends in a better place than he started off in, which is what we're kind of looking for. And I think we've had conversations on here about the state of writers in Hollywood and about how they're all just miserable and unhappy, and they're all in some nihilistic mindset. So because they're all in that headspace, like that's how their writing is evolving and what they're producing. And a lot of people who want to escape from their current lives right now, they want something better. Like, I don't read a romance novel because I want to see people break up and never get back together. I read a romance novel because I want to see a happy ever after, right? So.
No, that's a great point. Marv, they wanted to christen, well, they would hate that word. They wanted to crown Christopher Nolan as the king of Hollywood. They wanted to have all of these, the roster of actors who are in the Odyssey be the headlines for months to come. And instead, Marv, I think Hollywood is probably dissatisfied with the idea that Tom Holland is now the biggest guy in town. I mean, Tom Holland, $110 million takeaway from the summer in terms of pay. He is, not only is he an actor in this, but he also had his own personal writer there who helped with scenes, to rewrite scenes that he felt were not coming together the way he wished, and come back and reshoot them the next day. Marv, talk to me about the future of Tom Holland and what this means for him, as well as, Marv, the idiocy of Disney if they don't have him in Doomsday.
So yeah, Tom Holland is definitely Hollywood's golden boy right now, and I think that there might be a bit of hesitancy in Hollywood's part for that, because he is very much anti-Hollywood. He has said in interviews before that he loves making movies, but he hates Hollywood. He doesn't like the Hollywood game. He doesn't go to the parties. He's not a part of the inner circle of Hollywood, so to speak. But at the same time, he is also exactly what Hollywood wants out of its next action hero. They don't want Sly Stallones or The Rock or Vin Diesel or Arnold Schwarzenegger anymore. They want action heroes to look like Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet. They want like the non-threatening, skinny, young-looking dudes. So I think that in some instances, in some ways, they are thrilled by it, and in other ways, they're not so thrilled by it, because again, he is not a person that plays their game. And he very much doesn't really want a part in the greater Hollywood machine, which, as you know, behind closed doors is rumored to be absolutely heinous.
Well, yes, and we've been hearing more about how heinous it is, especially in light of the passing of Hayden.
Yes.
She had that expose and had been talking about the awfulness of Hollywood, and now she's gone, and a lot of people, have talked about just what a sordid place Hollywood is, especially towards young people. Tom Holland staying away from Hollywood is probably a great sign that he's going to be okay, and that it's a good thing. I looked at like Tom Holland and Chris Pratt in the same kind of vein. They're doing a really good job of being normal in a time when so many of the celebrities are not normal. And I think if you this is the crazy thing. Make a normal movie about normal heroes with normal values, great effects, great, take care of the franchise and why people love it, and boom, look what can happen. Look what can happen.
Starring normal people who aren't going to go do interviews where they're going to rail against politics or, try to virtue signal, as long as the day. So.
Right. Tom Holland didn't get out and be like, "Go away, helicopter, go away," like Cynthia and Ariana. Yeah. Strange that, huh? The stars, if they're not quite as bizarre as they have been, can have one heck of a payday. Tom Holland, way to go. $100 million, and Hollywood probably not too happy about that. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two stories that we are not going to get to today, but we will have them coming up real soon. They are Bob Iger taking a victory lap and crowning Josh D'Amaro as the king of Disney, right ahead of Bob Chapek, letting him have it. So we'll see where that goes. We'll be covering that in the next 24 hours. Also, in the next 24 hours, Rosario Dawson says that Star Wars has been taken over by a Latino movement, and it's a little disengaged from what's happening with Star Wars. I don't think anybody should be crowing about it.
I don't think it's false to say there's been a Latino takeover of Star Wars Pro. I just think that it coincides with the complete and utter collapse of Star Wars.
It's not a good time.
It's kind of a tone deaf thing for her to say.
Yeah, I feel like Deadpool should be talking to her and Pedro and saying, "You're coming in at a really low point."
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, folks, let's get to your super chats as we get ready to wrap. No slacker out there. 10 jewels for a floating heart. We've also got a thumbs up and a party hat. So everybody get ready to party. Wilton's dad for 2. An Olaf robot challenge achieved.
In the avatar. That was cute.
Don't blow it up. Snarky for $1.99. Thank you. Peace and love, panel and chat. Absolutely, Snarky. You are such a great supporter. Happy to play. Clones ain't loyal. Packing for 5. Marv seems grumpy. He might need a Snickers to become himself. Packing.
Do you want me to address that, Pro, or do you want me to just let you?
No, it's because you're sick.
If I do it, then it's going. Yeah, it's because I'm sick.
Because you're sick. Yeah, that's
Packing. Packing. You need a payday bar, and then send the money over to Marv. We've got Packing Protons for 2. Rosie's outfit provided by a 90s tablecloth. Yes, and the scrap materials from a children's show from the 70s. We've got Packing Protons for 2. Jonas, you skipped over my breaking news. Jonas is not here. I don't see, Packing, what the news was. But I do apologize. We'll try to get it next time, and we'll look for that and see what it is. Wildman of Yavin is out there dropping 5 wonderful WDW Pro memberships. Thank you, Wildman of...
Now we're on the Lauren and Apollo show, apparently.
Things happen.
It was a peaceful planet until he arrived. Then he brought wild to our skies.
All right, folks, we got to get out of here. We got to skedaddle. We got more stuff to do. So do you. But we'll see you real soon, and we've got more content on the way as Disney doubles, triples, quadruples down against the FCC and the government. Folks, I want to give you just an idea of where this could go, because many of you have been saying, where's the comeuppance for Disney? There may be a real comeuppance for Disney coming soon. If the FCC goes through with stripping them of the network licenses, this is a real possibility. So don't for a minute sit on this and think, oh, this is just another one of those Disney stories. This has the potential to be special. Well, I'm going to be having for 10 for Marv's health. Feel better, man. Marv, I need to send you a Starbucks gift card. If I get you a Starbucks gift card, Marv, will you go get one of those? What do they call those? What are the ones? What are the mint teas? There's a mint tea with honey that there's a special name for it.
Oh, it sounds horrible.
Oh, don't do that then. Don't do that. Well, Marv, you've been out for a few days. You've not been feeling well, but you're back and you're in motion again. So I want to thank you for sticking through this, even despite the fact that you are under the weather. So Marv, M4 Empire, we got that Thursday night. What else we got between now and then?
Every Monday to Friday, 10 a.m., we are broadcasting live for the M4cast AM. 2 to 3 releases a day. We're going to have some more releases going on now. Today and through the rest of the week, we're powering through despite sickness. I'm not going to allow weakness to stop this movement from continuing on. We're rocketing toward 10,000 subscribers. We're currently at almost 9,300. So any support is always welcomed, and thank you guys very much.
Marv, just tell this virus that you're fighting what you've done to the woke mind virus nationally. It'll just flee on out of your body and say, I don't want to mess with this guy.
Oh, no, it would have if it wasn't. It's an acute bronchial infection, though. It's not a virus. So
I don't think it's cute at all. I'll be honest with you. I don't find it.
Think so either.
Yeah.
Seems kind of gross.
On it. Yeah.
Culture? You've been at D23?
Yes.
Did you come across any Purple Potato fans while you were there?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, a couple people. I didn't realize that that people actually knew who I was. It was kind of fun. I had a good time.
Good.
And look, I got to see some things we have not yet talked about, Pro. So I'm kind of looking forward to sharing some images and videos and things that I saw that also haven't been covered very well by the regular news media. So I'm excited about that.
So you're saying, Culture, that you're saying that your time at D23 has produced more stuff, and people should be on your channel to find that stuff real soon.
Yeah, if I get around to doing it. But plus, I want to do stuff, that has my friends. So that includes you.
Wow. Now I feel all. You know what, Culture? Let's do it together.
It even includes Marvin, even when he's sick.
Marv is doing.
I'm just dodging the cute virus.
He's doing great. Great.
I don't care how cute it is.
Boy, this is a real story. There was a person in my family one time, many years ago, and the doctor was checking something to do with his wife's heart, and so the doctor came back to talk to the guy. I may have told this story before. But the doctor told this individual, hey, we're working on your wife. She's doing well. She has an acute angina.
Oh.
And the gentleman looked at him and said,
you could mishear that.
He did mishear it. And he said, buddy, I don't know what you're talking about, but that's not what you're supposed to be working on. So, angina, folks. Angina. It's a heart thing. Okay, go look at it.
Different.
O2RR for $1.99. Please play Lord of the Wings. It'll help Marvin. It helps all of us. I'll tell you that. Caro, before we go,
Lord of the Wings won't help me because it'll make me laugh, and then I'll go into a coughing fit. So that'd be bad.
Once upon a time, I had a pinched nerve in my rib cage, and this is a long time ago. And I was at work, and my coworkers thought it was funny to try to make me laugh because they knew that as soon as I laughed, I would be in immense pain. Yeah. Caro, we're not in immense pain when you're on the show. Tell the folks out there what you got.
Well, exciting news for me is Smuggler's Stitch over at Ripperverse is actually available right now. So if you want to buy it, you can buy it on Amazon. So that is a comic that, or you can go to my website that you have on book.
Where is this one? Which one is it?
Scroll down. Right there, Smuggler's Stitch. I'm pointing.
Right here, folks.
Yep. So you can get.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love that they were like, which character do you want to write? And you were like, the one that makes the costumes.
Yes, I did. I really did. So you can get that. I have to go change that button since it just changed this morning. But you can get it on Amazon. You can get from the warehouse, wherever. It's shipped out yesterday. So if you guys are interested, that's out. And then if anybody is interested in supporting Tales from Twisted Ravens, which is working hand in hand with Comic Books for Kids to bring comic books into the hands of children who are in hospitals and cancer centers, that is still available until August 31st. And then that pre-order phase will be done. And then I'll be focusing on doing pre-orders after that. So thank you.
Awesome stuff. Packing says for $5, the Mist Super was new. ABC has filed a First Amendment lawsuit against the FCC and U.S. District Court in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Now, Packing, are you sure?
An entire story?
Are you sure? Because I thought Jonas read this before we did the story about it. Maybe he missed that one. It could be that I read it and in my head we'd already done it. But I'm folks in the chat. You tell me. Did Jonas read this one? Because I could have sworn that he read that one. But if not, Packing, we do apologize and we're happy that you brought it to our attention. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting out of here. We'll see you real soon. Take care and know that you're appreciated, seen, and heard right here on The Pro Show.
Commander Cody.
The shadow grows. We must act. The enemy has found the roost. Our arrows are ready, but we need a plan. Then we fly to Mordor. Flock for the flank. By the line of Rooster! Take that, you brave! What have they done?
Mountains whisper tales of fire and frost. Shadows rise where the borders are lost. Through the woods where the ancient ones sing, I hear the call
countryside and you see chicken, try to look a chicken in the eye with great intensity, and the intensity of stupidity that is looking back at you is just amazing.
Hacking Protons for $50. I want to see Marv smile as the show closes out. Oh, and by the way, Andy Masterson says he had shingles on the show last night and didn't know it. Andy, you're a wild man. Shingles is one of those painful things you can have, and you're on the show just living it up. Marv,